He smells so good. Oh, I'm so happy. Are you cold? You feel a little bit cold. Let's kick that heat up. Come get warm. I love you, my dog. I love you, my dog. He smells so good. Oh, God, it's cold. Oh, oh God. I love you. I love you, my good boy. Yeah, I love you so much. I do. You're not getting hair everywhere. You don't stink. Oh, God, it's just like magic. It's like magic. All right, we're all done food. Nope, all done. All done food. Mom's turn to eat. Oh, shit, I left my drink in the car. Oh, I forgot about my candy. Gotta go get my drink. Right back. Do you want to go potty? Are you all done? Nope, no more treats. All done treats. All done food. You want to go outside and go potty? No. Okay. Hopefully my food is still hot. Sucks. All done, buddy. It's time to go lay down. On Saturday we're gonna go for a ride on Saturday. Yes, we are. We're going to the park. We're gonna hang out with Elliot. Hello, hello. Whew. There's no hole in my pants, right? Okay, good. Alright, so I got garlic bread, I got pie, and I have spaghetti. It's already getting warm in here, yay. I don't like my dog being cold. I got a jacket from, what the fuck? Where's my skitty? I ordered spaghetti. The tattoo on my forehead is from the Arthurian legend. No, all done. No more. Mm-mm. Nobody. I'm sorry. Mm-mm. They didn't even put Parmesan. I was in the mood for spaghetti, you know what I mean, though? It's rotini and spaghetti sauce with extra meat or extra sauce. But their sauce is just like red sauce with chunks of meat in it. It's good. I always get spaghetti with extra sauce instead of a super salad. Because that's just too much food. But extra sauce now. I could then make a sandwich with just sauce. I could make myself a fucking meatball sub right here. But alas, there is no Parmesan. This place cares about me a lot, actually. So it's just that they didn't have spaghetti and they had rotini instead. It's fine. This is one of my favorite places to go to eat because the food is so fucking good. It's not just like, you know, but sometimes it just depends on who's in the kitchen, you know? Like the person that was in the kitchen tonight, usually gives me more watery sauce. She like will take the spaghetti and she doesn't shake it out really good before she dumps the spaghetti from the cylinder into the thing. And then, so it's usually piping hot, but watery. So I'm actually kind of glad that it's the way it is because it's thicker. It's like actually like sauce. So I'll take it, I guess, you know. You win some, you lose some. I got my ass kicked today. What are you doing? Are you hungry? Then come get your food right here. Here it is, right here. I don't know why you're doing that. She's playing with the I'm hungry button instead of just coming and eating her food. So if you hear a button going hungry, that's her playing with the button instead of eating the food I've served her. No, buddy, all done. You cannot have any of my spaghetti. You will have yeasty ears. It's just now getting better. No. He can't have ground beef either. Really? Nobody cares? That's interesting. The analytics tell me otherwise. The money I make on YouTube tells me otherwise. I make the most money just from y'all watching ads and commenting. I don't make shit from gifts. Because I'm not one of those e-beggars who begs their followers or viewers to send money all the time or gifts all the time. I just don't feel comfortable doing that. I think it's tacky. So I just make the most money off of ad rolls. I literally just got home from my job. Just now walked in the door from my job. But you're just a judgmental asshole who doesn't know their ass from their elbow, trying to play troll on somebody who literally wrote the book on how to deal with trolls. So, okay. Like I literally wrote a book about dealing with trolls. Not even making it up or being sarcastic. Go off, Queen. Because they're losers. Buddy, no. No food. No cat food. No, I'm sorry. You cannot have that cat food. All done food. No. I mean, you can't have cat food. I'm sorry. He's looking between my food and the cat food. I'm sorry, buddy, you cannot have it. I don't want you to get sick. I gave you extra food in Orly's bowl. Is Orly's bowl all done? Do you want more? Orly food? Do you want more food, Orly bowl? Let's put more food in your bowl. You were such a good boy yesterday at the groomer. I'll fucking treat you with a little extra. Come on, let's get some more Orly food. Orly food, Orly bowl. Here you go. Is that better? Hopefully. I know the spaghetti smells really good. He's eating. Yay. It worked. Ew, my dog has never in his entire life. Okay, that's actually not true. One time he had really bad diarrhea and he accidentally pooped on the floor. But other than that, he has never pooped inside. I'm very blessed. My dog is the best dog in the fucking world. And I know everybody says that, but he doesn't even like, if I can take my underwear off and leave them on the floor, he will not chew them up. He doesn't chew socks. He doesn't chew shoes. He doesn't chase cats. He doesn't chew on his stuffed animals. Outside. She's trying to press the hungry button, this fucking cat. There's food right here. Here you go. Are you hungry? Right here. Right there. Everybody's harassing me for food when I've already fed them. Here, Sook Sook. No, not Orly. Orly's got Orly's food in Orly's bowl. I'm talking to the cat. Mom, what? No, you can't have that cat food. It will make you sick. It's bad for your intestinal organs. The protein is too high. I gave you fish. No. I already told you no. I would love to feed you all the human food in the world. I really would. But unfortunately, you have very sensitive body, okay? And I don't know about you, but you seem pretty miserable when you get that Frito chip ear stuff going on. It doesn't look very fun. Hey, get out of my pie. Sookie, right here. No, Orly. Cat. Cat, right here. Hello. Yeah, there you go, you dingus. There it is right there. Wow. See, you act like you don't want it. Spoiled rotten. She's spoiled rotten. She doesn't like any of the wet food that I give her. And yet she continuously asks for wet food. But she doesn't like any wet cat food. She likes... She might eat the, like... the kind in the packets. But she doesn't like the gravy. All we have is the gravy one right now. We're out of the tuna and shrimp in aspic. Apple or mixed berry? What am I in the mood for? There's only one apple, so we'll do a mixed berry. No, baby. No, baby. I know. It's the worst thing ever. I know. You're allowed to moan and groan about it. It's not going to change anything. I fed you twice now. He's just staring at the cat while she's eating. No. No. I'm sorry, no. No cat food for Orly. No. No. Orly food, Orly bowl. Mom food, mom bowl. Right here. Mom food, mom bowl. Orly food, Orly bowl. Cat food, cat bowl. No. I already gave you chunks of mackerel, okay? On top of your dry food. And then I gave you another scoop of dry food. You can't eat all that. Are you trying to make yourself sick? You're gonna have pancreatitis. Stop that. I'm not meaning to stare at you in the eye. I'm sorry. But you're just staring at me. All right, I'm putting my food away. I'm all done. Mom, all done. All done, Mom. Mom has lunch and dessert for tomorrow. Don't get all excited. It's not for you, babe. Excuse me. Do you want to go outside or something? What are you doing? Watch out, baby. Mommy's gotta go. Go. Oh, now you want to go outside? All right, hold on. Let me get your thing. You gonna go potty? You wanna go potty outside? Yeah? Okay. Let's get Orly outside, go potty. Hold on. I know you were doing something. I'm coming right now. Come on, let's go outside. Go outside, go potty. I'm coming right now. Literally right now. Get your collar. Woo! Whoa, cat. All right, don't forget to go get the dog in just a couple minutes. And then I'll turn the heat down. I'm gonna have to get right back up in just like 2 minutes. Cat, please stop tearing every fucking thing on the planet up. Hooey, I'm tired. My God, so I got to work at 9 this morning. And I didn't leave until 4:30. Wait, what? Bloop-doo. Bloop-doo. Are you gonna charge from? Yeah, there you go. I'm tired. I'm tired as fuck. I got my ass kicked. Who? Oh, motherfucker. Ugh. What an obsessed, why? So that woman, Jennifer Sisson, is literally the woman who's been giving my phone number and address out on porno websites. That's her. Jennifer Sisson. That's my stalker. Literally. You should go look up her Instagram. Every single one of her photos, she uses like a filter, like she's basically cartoon. She started out with gray short hair. Then she got dreadlocks. Then she got dreadlock extensions. Then she started dyeing her hair red. She's getting tattoos on her face. She got her hair done by the woman who's been stalking me for 5 years, and now she's stalking me because she
got her hair done by the woman who is the primary like suspect for stalking, and now she's started stalking me as well. I have literally blocked her 12 times. Muted. Fuck. Better? Anyways, so check your volume. Anyway, so Jennifer Sisson is literally the woman who is the like number 2, like the little minion of the woman who's been stalking me for 6 years, 5-6 years. Crystal Schleinling and Jennifer Sisson are the 2 women. Like Jennifer Sisson is the woman who's giving out my phone number and my address on porno websites. Okay? On like websites where people meet to fuck and do crazy, weird, kinky shit. She's giving my address out to these men. She's literally trying to get me killed. Like, what? And she's here in the fucking chat just so flagrantly? Like, okay, so here's the thing. Jennifer is mentally retarded. Like, she truly is. She sometimes comments, like, nice things and, like, seemingly, like, she's trying to, like, get close to me in some way. And then the rest of the time, she's talking shit. But she's literally, like, if it was just her on her own, I don't particularly think that she would really have opted to be such a fucking lunatic towards me on the internet and, like, try to, like, get me hurt in my personal life. The thing is like, and the crazy thing is, dude, the reason why it's so fucking crazy how many fucking stalkers I attract. It's so weird. I don't understand it. Am I really, like, is there something, am I really that good? Is that, there, I just don't hold on, I had my dog in. I just don't understand what it is about me that makes people so likely to stalk me in my personal life or like be obsessed with me on the internet. I genuinely don't understand it. So the reason why I even know the reason why Jennifer Sisson even knows who I am is because her ex-husband started stalking me on the internet after he saw my like Bumble profile. Okay, he saw my Bumble profile. He found me in real life. We never matched. He just decided to find who I was. He found my Facebook, he found my YouTube. He's got bald hair, okay? He started trying to pretend like he was someone else, but I knew it was him because his YouTube name, it was like a moniker, but if you went to the actual YouTube, his actual YouTube was his fucking name. And I was like, oh my, it was like his abbreviations rather. I was like, oh my God, it's that fucking guy pretending to be someone else. Anyways, he wanted to book a dreadlock session with me. And I was like, no, I'm never doing dreadlocks again. That's it. I'm done. I'm not taking any new clients. I'm done. I'm retiring from dreadlocks. And so then I went on to the Are We Dating the Same Guy page for the community. And I was like, does anybody know who this guy is? He's freaking me out. Like the way he's trying to like meet me in person and like book a job with me when he doesn't have hair. And like, it's really weird. Just what's going on? Does anyone know who this is? I got fucking inundated by fucking messages from people talking about how like he's been stalking them. This one woman, she has him on video jerking off outside of her window, okay? And like he was camping out in a tent in the woods out by her house, literally watching her from the woods. Like she's got it all on camera. She's got a huge case with him. It's a whole fucking thing. Anyway, one of those people who reached out to me was his ex. They were still legally married, but his soon-to-be ex-wife. They just broke up 2 months previous because of domestic violence. She posted pictures of her bruises and everything. Well, her name is Jennifer Sisson. His name is Sisson. His name is JP Sisson. Anyway, so Jennifer fucking and starts messaging me privately, talking about like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry this happened. And she was trying, like, she was basically love bombing me. And my discernment, Kat, can you just stop? My discernment was fucking on fire with this girl. I was just like, dude, there's something about her that's just not right. Also, she just fucking broke up with this guy. They just broke up. At any moment, she could get back together with him and then tell him literally everything that anybody's ever talked to her about, trying to like, you know, like that's how it is with domestic violence victims. They get back together and they break up and they get back together. I did not want her to get back together with him and then be jealous over him stalking me. So then she starts telling him things that I told her in private, or we hung out, or I was like, any domestic violence person is likely to get back together with their ex. And so, would you stop it? What the fuck are you? She's literally just attacking the tripod and like jiggling it. But anyway, so there's at any moment, my discernment, I'm not stupid and I know how this shit works. So I was like, for my own safety, I chose to keep her at an arm's length. And then she tried to book dreadlocks with me. And it made me, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm retired. I'm not taking any new clients. I'm not doing dreadlocks anymore. I've moved on from that. Like, I'm just doing social media. And I think it was before I was even, God, cats. It was even before I started cleaning houses again. So I was literally just on social media at this point. Not doing new dreadlock work really fucked me over financially for a really long time. But I just couldn't take the chance because of this weird situation. I was not taking any chances and gonna book a stranger with this guy out there like that. And so anyway, she at that point decided I was a bitch. She hated me. So I wouldn't do her dreadlocks. So then she hired the woman who I've been openly talking about for years, who's been stalking me, Crystal Schleinling. So what did Jennifer do? She went to find, because she knew the whole story, because she'd been obsessively watching my videos. She knew that a woman named Crystal Schleinling was stalking me because she was another dreadlock doer person. And Crystal sees herself as my competition, but we're not competitors at all. I'm not even doing dreadlocks anymore. She's just very obsessed with me. But Jennifer knew that Crystal was doing dreadlocks. So Jennifer went to Crystal, got her dreadlocks done, and then, the rest is fucking history. Now they're like buddies on the internet. Crystal does Jennifer's hair. And so this is how it all happened. That's how Jennifer appeared in my life. Because her ex-husband was a fucking creepy stalker guy. And so I just was talking about it openly. Hey, this creepy stalker guy is doing creepy stalker stuff. And so she started doing creepy stalker stuff to me. And then she started to try to turn into me. She got the dreadlocks. Then she got long dreadlocks. She had her dreadlocks extended. Then she started dyeing her hair red. And she's trying to become his ideal woman because she craves his attention. And she knows that I'm his ideal woman, just based on dreadlocks and tattoos on my face. That's all it has to do with. It has nothing to do with my personality. It has nothing to do with who I am as a person. It has nothing to do with what I do for a living or anything about me. 100%, he's just attracted to me based on the fact that I have dreadlocks, red hair, and tattoos on my face. And so she's trying to become me. It's fucking hand that rocked the cradle shit. And she's teamed up with the woman who is like obsessed with getting me killed. So naturally, she's like, she does the most. Like Jennifer does the most. And she just leaves a fucking evidence trail everywhere because she still shows up in the fucking live streams, like openly comments on my videos on YouTube. At least Crystal has like the smarts enough not to be like directly harassing me, Because if you directly harass me, I could get you on a harassment charge. But Crystal doesn't do that. She does everything sneaky and nefarious and is very plotted and psychopathic, plotting. But Jennifer's just kind of stupid. And she's just she just wants to do the thing. She wants to be like Crystal, she wants to be cool like Crystal, her best friend. And I'm sure that Crystal's giving her discounts on dreadlock work for her efforts in stalking me. You know what I mean? It's just weird, what kind of person, how pathetic do you have to be to, be obsessed with me in that way? You know what I mean? I just don't see it. I just don't see what these people see in me. Like, only because they are obsessed with me have I even started to consider the fact that, like, maybe there is something, like, you know, maybe they see something in me that I don't see that makes me, like, you know, worth being obsessed about, I guess. Like, there's some, like, Crystal feels threatened by me. Crystal wants me destroyed because with me on the planet, she cannot be, like, I don't know, she can't steal my personality, I guess. So, like, I'm not quite sure about that, honest to God. But she's threatened by me. I do way better dreadlock work than her, and I am just I'm a good person. And because I mind my own fucking business, I do no harm, she hates that about me. She can't have that existing in her world because that would mean that she's a terrible person. Because just based on, like, how I am as a person automatically makes her a bad person because I would literally never behave that way. And so she compares herself to me in so many ways, and it's why? Dude, just do your thing. Just be your best self. It's really not that hard. Like, she's, like, so good at this stalking thing. Like, she should get a job in PR. Like, if she just used her powers for good and used that energy in a positive way, Crystal could really be successful. But she just uses it for her stalking me. What? Why? I'm just a nobody, dude. Just minding my... Like, I'm not even cool. I'm not even doing cool stuff. Fuck, I can't see anything. Oh shit, I gotta go outside and change my propane. Oh fuck, where's my purse? What the fuck? What did I do with my purse? Okay, Heather, seriously, dude? What did you do with your purse? Ah. Oh, come on. All right, you guys gotta come with me while I change the propane because propane ran out and it's starting to get cold in this bitch. Whoa, holy shit. Sorry, buddy. Fucking cat in the way. Everywhere I look, there's somebody under my feet. Dude, Suki, can you please stop attacking the tripod? It's doing nothing to you. Fucking cat. Thank you, Sissy. I really freaking appreciate the fact that you see me, you know? But, like, realistically, though, like, it's just weird. Like, I'm so minding my own business. Like, I literally would not even know who Crystal was if she didn't stalk me. Like, I would have never even known her existence. You know, I wouldn't even think about her or talk about her if she didn't harass me and try to, like, ruin my life all the time. And, like, the same thing with Jennifer. If she just, like, left me alone, I wouldn't know who she was. I wouldn't have anything. It's just weird, right? Like, I just don't understand it. Light penis. She's got a light penis. Bro, and they've recruited, like, that woman Crystal has already in the past hired, like, drug addicts. Because, like, I don't do drugs. I don't hang out with drug addicts, and I don't want anything to do with junkies and stuff like that. I keep far away from those kind of people. Anyways, she has found drug addicts that are, like, in my local community. In the past, I had to move away from my own property that I own, free and clear, no fucking mortgage, 8 acres that I own. I had to leave my own land because she was essentially hiring local drug addicts to come to my property and fuck with me. And after the first time that happened, I left and I never came back. I was like, I never spent another night alone on that. I never spent another night on that property after that. I left immediately. And, you know, I had to leave for my safety. And that's why I live here with Adam. Because Adam this fucking property is like, got cameras everywhere. Adam's got stuff to protect himself that's high projectile. And he's a big fucking strong man. And he gives zero fucks. He will 100% go toe to toe and like a crazy person, like a fucking spider monkey. He's crazy, you know, like, so that's why I'm here. Is because of what these women have done in real life to try to get me fucking killed. And now they're giving my fucking information out on these rape fantasy websites and shit, trying to get me fucking murdered. And so, you know, like, I fully 100% believe that they're attempting to get me murdered. They've called the police, they've tried to swat me, but like, they want me dead. These women want me dead. And I just don't understand it. I'm literally minding my own fucking business. Just raising my kid, just working, just trying to be a net positive in this world. I want people to feel inspired. I want people to be their best self. I want people to know that, like, if you just don't like the way your life is going, you can just make a decision and fucking change it for the better. You know? Life is so much better and easier if you don't lie, cheat, or steal. And I live my life by example. I don't just talk and blow smoke up your ass, and then, like, when the camera's not rolling, I'm a fucking demon. I show you guys my worst sides. I literally have nothing to hide. Anything that you've seen, like, with me, if you've ever, like, me yelling at my kid, or me, like, just being a fucking asshole, like, I have no shame in showing that, because I'm a human being. I don't do content, okay? This is my life. I'm letting you observe my life. And so sometimes it's fucking hard, and I act like not my best because I'm under a lot of mental stress and pressure, or like physical stress and pressure, or both at the same time. You know, life is fucking hard. And I still choose to be a good person when I'm going through those times. I still choose to not manipulate, not steal. I don't do sex work at all. I don't have an adult website stuff. I don't sell pictures of myself. I don't work in sex work in the real world. I'm a genuinely earnest and good person who literally is just minding her own business. That's it. And I'm not doing anything wrong, which is why every time they try to call CPS or the police or the county or whomever, it never lands. Because when they come in and they inspect the situation, they realize that it's a bunch of unhinged people from the internet just lying, because they can see for themselves everything, you know? And like, it's baffling to me that people do that, and that people choose to live their life that way. It is totally 100% just a mystery to me. I don't get it. But at the same time, like, I genuinely fear for my life. Like, I am genuinely afraid that they're going to, you know, do something intentionally to try to get me killed. And it's going to, like, be a situation where I have to, like, defend myself. And I don't want to have to deal with that, because I don't want to go to jail. But, like, I will defend myself. And, you know, you come onto my house and, you know, I'm allowed to defend myself. But I just don't want to, I don't want the police, I don't want to call the police. I don't want to deal with the police. I don't want to have to be in the investigation of, like, why I've murdered someone who was trying to attack me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go through that. I don't want to deal with that drama. Can I just, like, live my fucking life? Like, I don't get it. Like, why do I have to even consider those types of things as a reality? It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Their names are Crystal Schleinling and Jennifer Sisson. That is their names. Sluggy, gross. Yeah, the police are really a pain in the ass, to be quite honest, but that's not true. Not here in my little town. The police will 100% show up. Yeah, they will. If I call the police, they will be here. And the cop lives like 3 doors down. Like, I chose the place where I'm at strategically because, you know, one, honestly, I didn't really have to, but like I thought of all these things that were net positives for me being here. And that's why I jumped on coming here instead of staying where I had like relocated to originally. I was staying at a neighbor's house when I first left my property for about a month, but I decided to come here because this was all the things that I needed lined up for safety. So that's why I'm here. Thank you, Sissy. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's baffling. It's totally 100% baffling. And you know, I know a lot of other people that do live streams deal with, you know, people calling CPS on them, people, you know, reporting them to this, that, and the third, or review bombing them, or like whatever. It's just, I know that other people deal with this, but it's just so weird because like in different segments of my life, completely differently and separately, I have attracted these stalkers, and because of Reddit, they were able to all come together. And like, you know, like it's just weird. I don't know anyone else who has attracted completely separately stalkers. You know, like usually it's like all the same from the same situation. Like you get one and then it like they all click together and like whatever. But this is all completely separate and they've come together to like, you know, make my life a living hell. And I think that the reason why they're like escalating to the point where they're hiring people to come and fuck with me or giving my address and my phone number out on these like X-rated websites is because they see how everything they have tried to do up to this point does not harm my spirit. You can't gaslight me out of trusting myself or knowing that what kind of a person I am. I will not doubt myself. I'm not going to be depressed and sad that my like life is ruined and like I'm just going to like off myself. Like that's not me, man. I'm going to get so miserable that I do something about it. I change my situation. If I'm living in a way that makes me miserable, I'm going to change that situation because I'm not going to stay miserable. I don't want to be miserable. I set myself up for success. And, you know, honestly, through this stalking and harassment, it has taught me so much and has given me more discernment. Listen, these fucking stalker bitches single-handedly removed from my life every single person who was not my true friend. Some people who were like using me or like taking advantage of me or were like hateful of me in real life and friendly to me in my face. Like every single one of those people is gone. I don't have anybody like that in my life anymore. The only people I have in my life are people who like are good. It's crazy. Like I'm actually grateful for that. Like I would have never been able to do that on my own. I just believe, I can't help but trust and believe that people are good. I just want to believe that mostly people are just innately good, and like people sometimes make bad choices because they're doing what they think is in their best interest. But what I've found out through this whole situation is no, sometimes people just literally are miserable and hateful and evil. And like, I can't let that dictate. Oh, you all right there? Good job. I can't let that, you know, change who I am. I'm not going to let other people's misery and hatefulness like ruin and take away the joy that I feel as a person, because I choose to be a good person and I choose joy. I choose happiness. I really very much enjoy working hard and like putting a lot of physical effort out into the world. I like doing that. I have pride in my work. I have a strong work ethic, and like I like who I am as a person. I don't have any question about my integrity. I make the same choices when no one is looking that I'd make when people are looking. And nobody can like call me bad person and like make me doubt myself, because I literally know what I do behind closed doors. Like I know the choices that I make when no one's looking. You know? So you can't gaslight me out of knowing who I am as a person. I'm fucking 42 years old, I think. Might be 43, I just can't remember. I think it's 42. I'm gonna be 42 in March. I'm a little bit stressed out, to be quite honest, because I have women who are paying strangers to harm me in real life. So yeah, it is a little bit stressful. but it's more so that I'm like passionate about the whole situation, and therefore it comes through with high emotion. But I'm not stressed in the sense that like, oh my God, like I'm not like that. It's more just passion coming through. Dude, your birthday's right around Elliot's, isn't it? Elliot's the 16th. I do, Texas Angel. I 100% do. Right there. And I sleep, I have this one here, and then I got this one here. Like I've got things around here, and I've got other things that will stop someone from further away. It's just that, like, if I get surprised in the night, like someone's all of a sudden in my junk, I'm gonna like come at them, But if my dog will alert me before that happens, so like I'm not worried about that really. But just in case, I keep shit next to me. I have things to hit people with. I've got things that I can just aim and take care of someone from far away. So I'm not worried in that sense. What I don't want to deal with is the aftermath of something like that. I don't want to have the police. I don't want them to take my bus and have to like search it for evidence and like go through all my stuff. And like, I don't want to have to like be in a fucking detective's room covered in someone else's blood and have to fucking talk to the police for like 6 hours while I explain everything that happened. I don't want to have to go through my fucking online camera footage or whatever. I don't want to have to go through my security camera footage and like cut out pieces of this and film and copy this and send it. Like I don't want to deal with that. So like I don't want the trauma of someone coming into my home in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? Like it's everything around the initial event itself that I don't want to deal with. I'm not living my life in fear. I 100% live my life the way that I want to, regardless of anyone else. I have such a strong trust in God, and I know that like if someone starts to like the 2 times that she's tried to get me assaulted in the past, I found out about it somehow. God got me away. God did something like made my whole power electricity fail so that I literally wasn't home the night that this person came to my house. I was only gone by complete coincidence. And like it was like perfect timing. My power box died and my neighbor needed a house sitter at the exact same time. And so it was like just such perfect timing. And like so I went to her house and that was the night that they did that. And so like I just happened to be gone. I trust God to help me stay safe. I also trust myself to keep me safe. And, I trust Adam. And, he's right there. He's literally right there. He can see inside my windows any given moment. All he has to do is do that, and he can see inside my bus. He's got this place fucking, like, there are cameras that I still don't know about. There's so many cameras around here because I have not gone through and, like, literally counted every single one. But he'll talk to me about stuff sometimes, and I'm just like, damn, dude, how the fuck did you see that? Because he's got fucking cameras everywhere. He's paranoid as fuck. He's had people steal from him. And then when he called the cops on them for stealing from him, they started hitting themselves in the head with a fucking something. And then they told the police that he beat them up. They weren't stealing. He beat them up. He's had people do that to him. He's a little bit shy about people and what they're going to do and how they choose to do things. So he's like, fuck that shit. I'm never going to jail for something I didn't do. I am never getting fucking stolen from. And then dude, Adam has a charge that got dropped because he was 100% in the correct and he had video evidence to prove it. But this girl accused him of trying to pimp her out when she was a teenager. He has video footage everywhere, so he could prove audio and everything that none of that was true. He was trying to, him and his wife at the time were trying to help a teen pregnant woman, and she kept sneaking on his fucking computer. And he told her, like, bitch, if you keep fucking going on my computer when I told you not to touch my shit, like, that's my computer. Like, it's got all my private shit on there. Don't go on my computer. And she kept sneaking on his computer, so he kicked her out. She went directly to the police and told them that he tried to pimp her out. The police came to the house to take him to jail with no warrant, okay? And the cop tried to reach in the front door and grab him out the front door. So you know what happened? Adam slammed the fucking door as hard as he could into that cop's arm. And he went, bam, 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 bam. He ended that cop's career, for real. Like, that cop could never fire a gun again. His arm was just absolutely shattered from the door. Do you think Adam is in prison for that? No. Because the cop didn't fucking have a warrant. The cop tried to grab him while he was inside of his dwelling. He wasn't outside the dwelling. He refused to step outside. He stayed with the chain. The chain was, so he opened the door. The cop tried to go through the fucking door. What kind of person does that? Of course someone's going to freak out and start shutting the door. So he had this fucking alleged fucking pedo fucking weirdo shit. They even put it in the fucking newspaper when he got arrested for all this, because naturally when the cops got there, they fucking arrested him. He just laid on the ground and put his hands on his back. He didn't want to get attacked, by the cops, or whatever. So he just like let them take him to jail. And he was like, I'm just going to let all the fucking video footage speak for itself. And that is how he is not in prison right now, for something that he literally didn't even do, because he has fucking footage, audio, everything. And he was in the right. He's lucky that he was able to afford a good attorney so that he could not be forced to get a public defender, and then have that public defender be so busy they don't have the time to do the investigative stuff that's necessary, getting all the footage, doing all this. Like he was able to get a private attorney, which is the only reason that his own video evidence saved his ass. But like, it's fucking, it's fucking crazy how, like, if you don't have cameras, like, it's not even about surveillance even. It's about people just fucking like stealing, and then like accusing you of shit you didn't. Like, he's not one to play with that shit. He's like, no, I refuse to go to jail for something I didn't do. And it's not my story, so like I'm 100% getting certain details wrong. It was a story that was told to me. You know what I mean? It's not my story. I wasn't there. I'm just repeating verbatim what he told me. So all I know is when I first moved here, the women who are stalking me tried to get Adam like canceled on the internet. And they told him, like, we're not going to stop posting about this on social media until you kick her out. They were trying to get me homeless by going and finding the news article from when this whole thing went down and posting it on social media. But yeah, there's this article about all this crazy shit, right? Why isn't he in jail? Why isn't he in jail for it? It's because it was dropped. Everything was dropped. Completely dropped. Because he didn't do anything wrong. Someone tried to attack him in his home and take him to jail without a warrant. Like, what? And he's a little bit nervous about that. He's had that situation happen. He had the situation with his ex-girlfriend where she was trying to steal from him in the middle of the night. And so he was like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? And then she started hitting herself with something, and she accused him of beating her up. And the cops, they always believe the women. So he got arrested. But guess what? The footage saved his ass. Everything got dropped. That finally just got resolved. It was a 10 or 15-year-old case, and it finally just got like completely resolved recently. Like where they had to like apologize and stuff. Guys, go give I Love Ducks some follows. Actually, I Love Ducks, you might not want to ask for follows from this crowd. Truly. Like, just read the comments. And you might find that you don't want these kind of followers. Numbers don't matter if they're not, like, the right type. You want the kind of people who support what you're doing because they genuinely like you. It's better to build a following slowly over time than it is to all of a sudden have a viral video and then gain a billion followers, because it's all new people, just like these people who are accusing me of being a drug addict, or accusing me of being crazy or whatever. These people don't know me. They're new here in the like live stream. This is their first time here. They've been here for like 5 seconds. And so they are being hateful. And if you're not mentally capable or ready emotionally to handle that onslaught, it can be quite inundating. So it's never a good idea to like seek out virality, because when you seek out virality and then you go viral, you're going to have so many people that are dogpiling on you and talking to you so hatefully, and they don't even like you. They're following you so that they can shit on you. What's the like, you don't want that. You really don't. You want to build your following slowly, because the people who are following you because they truly like what you have to offer. Thank you, Boss Mom. Super thank you. Appreciate that. Texas Angel, listen, let me just, okay, so when I say I literally wrote the book on how to deal with trolls, I mean it. I literally wrote the book on how to deal with trolls. That's my name. See, overcoming online harassment and thriving in a digital age. That's my book. You can find it on Amazon in paperback or hard copy, or on Amazon Kindle. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free. This is my book, Lean Into the Cringe. Embrace vulnerability, overcome fear, and grow. Be your most cringy self. Fuck everybody who tells you that you're cringy or that you're embarrassing or you're whatever. Yeah, okay, whatever, great, I'm embarrassing. It's a good thing you're not in my shoes. You're living your own life. I'm living my life. I don't think I like being cringy. I'm the cringe queen. The queen of cringe. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't care. I'm sitting here with no bra on, in my t-shirt and my fucking, I don't put makeup on for social media. I don't put it on a show for social media. I'm granting you the blessing of a window into my life. I am giving you the most valuable thing on the planet, my time. And I am allowing you to observe me like at the zoo in my natural habitat. I'm not going to put on a performance. If I go viral for something, okay, great. I got 16 million views on TikTok for a video about my hair. I dyed my hair. I filmed it. And I filmed the process of what it's like to dye my hair. I added a fancy song to it. 16 million views. Am I a fucking henna content creator now? No. I'm not I'm not going to just like do what the numbers tell me to do. No. I am a person, I knit. I have a video that does pretty well about knitting. Am I going to be like a totally like a teach you how to knit content creator? No. I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to post videos about what happens to be going on exactly in my life. And if it gets numbers, it gets numbers. I have videos that I got like 25 views. Up until a month ago, my live stream only had like 10, 5, 3 people in it at a time. A year ago, it was like crazy exploding. Like I had a lot of people in my live stream until August 1st of 2024. I woke up, it was like this, 3 million engagements. And then I woke up and it was like 6,000 engagements. It just nosedived all of a sudden, being on the FYP. And so like, that was just something that just happened with YouTube. It wasn't nothing that I did. It's just that YouTube was no longer pushing live streams in the same way that it had been. It was starting to push the sideways live streams more. So if I was to set up, and that's another thing that I've never done. I've teased around with it a little bit. Like I've played around with like, was it like StreamYard, and like using a computer to like live stream and have the little box on the screen with it. Like I could do all that, but that feels like too much work for me. And I'm just not interested in only talking about like court cases, or only talking about fucking gossip stuff, or only talking about, like, I'm just not a one-trick pony, dude. I like to do so many different things. Right now, I like to sit in my fucking room and knit, or like shit talk. That's what I'm liking to do right now. So that's what I'm doing this month. But like, it's going to be different in like a few months. Who knows? I might start doing leather work again. I got all my leather. I got 6 feet of a roll, a sheet. I've got half of a cow. I literally have an entire half of a cow under my bed, just waiting for me to start to do leather again. I've got, you know, I like to do all kinds of shit. And I'm not gonna pigeonhole myself because a video goes viral and now the the masses demand, like, I don't need to go viral. I don't need to have, like, I honestly, dude, okay, you wanna know my worst fucking nightmare? Honestly, my worst nightmare is that my account blows up and then I have a million followers. Like, at that point, when you start having like super high amounts of followers, you truly need to have someone help you manage your content and your social media and your money so that you can pay taxes properly. And like, it's just a lot more. Like, as of I'm small potatoes, I can manage it all myself. I don't need people, a team. I cannot work. I've had so many. My email is just absolutely full all the time of people offering me brand deals, even though my numbers aren't crazy big here or whatever. I still have people all the time sending me, like, because I put my email on my TikTok, and so, you know, if you have your email on your TikTok and you have like I have 200,000 followers almost on TikTok. And so when you have that amount of followers, it doesn't matter how many views your video gets. People are like trying to work with you. I actually am about to work with a company, I'm pretty sure, for watch. They asked me and I was like, you know, I actually do kind of want a watch. So they're going to pay me $100. So I'm thinking about doing it. I just sent them an email today. So you might be seeing me make a video about watches here soon, if, like, you know, whatever. That'll be the first brand deal I've ever taken in my entire life ever. And that's only because, like, it's $100. Shit, man. I mean, I get a free watch. They give me the money. I buy the watch off of Amazon. And then I just say if I like it or not. Okay. And you're going to pay me $100 for that. Okay. And if you don't pay me $100, I got a free watch. Cool. I mean, it's not a super expensive watch. I could totally buy one of my own. But I'm anxious to find out because, like, I want to see. Like, my main issue with watches is that they always say that they're a nice watch made out of good material. But the minute I put it on my fucking wrist and I start to sweat, it'll turn green. It doesn't matter. It'll turn green and it'll start to irritate my skin. And that's going to be what I'm going to focus on with that. Like, if it doesn't do that, then they're truly actually good watches. Let me just say. Because a watch is a watch is a watch is a watch. Let's just be real, you know? But yeah, so there's a reason, though, why I just never really felt the need to, like, work with brands or, like, try to... I don't want to sell things to you. I don't think that's right. Like, I don't think it's right of me. Like, Michaela Noguera is literally, like the absolute... I could not fucking imagine how miserable her life must be. She's signed all these contracts with all these companies, and so now she's, like, contractually obligated to make these videos, and, like, I can't do that. I do things on my own fucking time because I'm interested in them, and, like, that's where my focus wants to be. Not because someone paid me money and now I have to stick to their, like, rigid, weird schedule. I will fail. I will fail at that. I know myself. So, like, that's my worst nightmare, is the thought of going so viral that I, like, actually make money on social media and I have to, like, hire people. I thought that would be something that was kind of cool or whatever, a little bit, up until about a year ago. One of my online friends, one of the people that I'm mutual with, went, like, super fucking viral. Like, her shit shot up to, like, 500,000 plus followers. And so I watched this all go down. And I realized, and then she started telling me things, like, you know, complaining about how she was, like, not able to meet up and she got to get a publicist person or I don't know, you know the words. I don't know them. Social media manager. She had to get a fucking, what's the other one? I can't remember. There was another person, like, something to do with the brand stuff. Anyway, I couldn't imagine doing that. No. It's just not for me, dude. I'm just 100% a real person. If I tell you guys, hey, dude, I tried this product and it's actually really fucking amazing. I've been using it for XYZ amount of time and it actually has made a difference. That's because I'm telling you the fucking truth. That's just all there is to it. Like, this shit here, I don't have an affiliate. You can buy it off of Amazon. I recommend you buy this off of their own website. Don't put my name in it, but this, Primal Queen. This shit is so fucking good. It truly makes a difference in how I feel. And like, I've taken that Nina Poole lady who does the dupes. She made a dupe video for this stuff. But what you've got to realize is the difference between Primal Queen is they're doing small batch, and they are doing it with cows from local farms and stuff like that. Whereas like it's like more, it's happy cows, you know what I'm saying? Well taken care of animals. And the problem with the dupe that you can get on Amazon for like $12 is that's a part of the slaughter industry, a byproduct of the slaughter industry. These cattle have been fed grain, they've been fed ground up dead cows. Like, these are not healthy, well-loved animals. These are the ground beef that you buy at Walmart, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be consuming the reproductive organs of a cow that has mastitis and pus and cysts, and you just don't want that. So don't buy the dupe. Spend the money on the real deal. You do not need to put anyone's name in to get a code or anything like that. All you have to do is go to the actual Primal Queen website, and you will get a pop-up that types your email, and you'll get 15% off or something like that. That's how you get that's the same amount that they give their influencers. Okay? So like, if I were to give you a code with my name on it, you'd get that same discount. Only the difference is that I would make money. But I truly mean it so much. Like, truly, this shit's life-changing. It's so fucking good. And I don't even know what my like thingy is. So just do that. Just go to the website and go get your 15% off. And it's really good. It's a little bit pricey though. It really is, but it's good. It's worth it. It's worth it. If you're a woman, it's made so like I get really bad hot flashes. I'm perimenopause. I'm 42 years old. So like I am 100% at the like beginning of the end of my fertility journey as a woman. So it is, and I live in America and I have an American food diet, So, I am less exposed to toxins as a lot of other people are, because like I don't use a lot of the same like I don't put makeup on my face. I don't put all those chemicals on me at all the time. I don't wear a bunch of like lotions and like scented things, and I don't get my nails done, so I'm not putting my hand under that UV light all the time. I'm just not exposing myself to a lot of things that a lot of other women are. If you're a woman who likes to stay well put together and you're young, I recommend the Primal Queen, because it can help regulate your hormones in ways like it will get rid of like cystic acne. It will get rid of like chin hair, like stuff like that. Like, you're regulating your hormones for the first time. You know what I mean? It really helps with polycystic ovarian syndrome. That's what I have, is PCOS or whatever. And I get like long chin hairs. I got more chin hair than my ex-husband, to be quite honest. And so that shit helps so much with just how I feel. Like, I don't care. I'll pluck my chin. It is what it is. If I really cared so much about my chin hair, I would drink spearmint tea every single day. Spearmint tea, literally, like spearmint mint leaves. You just get the leaves from a organic herbal place like Mountain Rose Herbs. That's the place that I get it from, so that's where I recommend. If you just get bags of spearmint leaf, and then you put that in like your normal, like whatever you make tea in, or you can do an infusion where you just put a whole shitload of the spearmint in a big amount of water, and then you just put it in your refrigerator, and then as you're about to drink it, you strain it off. If you drink a cup of spearmint tea every single day, it will get rid. It helps to, I can't remember, it's angiogenesis, I think is the process. So if you have too much of something, it'll bring it down. If you have too little of something, it'll bring it up. I think that's called the process of angiogenesis. I might be just making that up, but that's the word that my brain is trying to, this is the process, what I'm visualizing to you here. But anyway, so spearmint tea will get rid of chin hair. If I really cared so much to do that, like I'd be doing that, but I don't, because it is what it is. I don't care. I'm not trying to fucking impress anybody. I'll just pluck my chin. Honeybee, I love you. So it's called Primal Queen. This stuff is called Primal Queen. This is a beef reproductive organ supplement. It's got beef uterus, beef ovaries, beef fallopian tubes, and it is really amazing. This product, is the only one that I can tell you is. Now, if I find out that they sell out to a big corporation, that'll be the last time I ever buy that shit again. I swear to God. But as long as they continue to be owned by the founder owned and operated, small batch and all that jazz, I will continue to support the business. But I don't play once they fucking start like, carrying it in Walmart type shit. That's when I lose it. Like, cause there's no way that they could make the same product when they scale up that high. Okay, it's just impossible. I'm sorry. No. So I don't want the product to become completely mainstream, but at the same time I do, because more companies will come out with, there'll be new companies that come out that are doing what Primal Queen started out doing. I just really hope that she doesn't sell out. That's all I care about. But yeah, so, but also if you have PCOS and you have a lot of facial hair as a woman, just order from Mountain Rose Herbs a big ass bag of spearmint leaf. And then you will drink that spearmint, make an infusion. So what you want to do is you want to get good spring water. You want to get water that has its minerals in it, whatever. You want to have good nourishing water. So get good spring water. Don't get like the filtered tap stuff. And don't just do tap water if you can avoid it. But if you can't avoid it, then you use whatever you can, because you just want to get the spearmint in your body. But, the best possible scenario would be good, clean, nourishing water, not just filtered tap water. But it's not an end game. You do whatever water you can get your fucking hands on, because whatever makes a difference if you can just get the spearmint in your body. So you just take that and you take a big old honk of spearmint, you throw it in the thing. You want the color to be really golden. And then just take all that shit, put it together, put it in the refrigerator, and just let it infuse in the refrigerator for like, I don't know, overnight. You can start drinking it the next day, but the longer it sits, the better it is, but you can start drinking it as early as like 8 hours. You put it in there and then go to bed, and then the next day you can do it. You don't want to use hot water. You don't want to bring the temperature up. So you just want to room temperature water, and then you put the water and the tea together, or the spearmint leaf together, and then you put it in the refrigerator and you let it infuse. You do not want it to steep. You want it to infuse. There's a difference. You want all the enzymes, all the good stuff, everything. You want all those good oils, everything in there. You want it to be full spectrum. So anyway, you infuse it in the refrigerator overnight, and then you can start drinking it. And then what you do is, like, I like to make a big ass cup because I just really like the taste of it. So what I do is I will take like a cup amount, like maybe 12 ounces of the gold liquid, and then I'll just add that to that, like more water and maybe some lime or some I don't actually honestly do lime very much because I'm kind of afraid of changing the pH. But I'll do like stuff to, you can mix it with anything. It's a spearmint, like I'm a little bit weird and anal retentive and OCD about things. So you can just mix it with whatever. You can make stacked water with it. You could add it to you could add it to tea, iced tea or something like that. It'll just make spearmint iced tea, which is fucking delicious. I'm sorry. But anyway, so yeah, you just drink that shit every single day. Drink a cup of spearmint infusion tea, spearmint tea, every day. And you will notice, it takes, like after a month, you'll start to notice like a difference, a little bit of a difference. If it's something that is like you're building on over time, and you're just trying to like regulate your own hormones. So you're going to want to be doing this for the rest of your life if you can. I would. And it will make it makes such a difference. It really does. And also another really good infusion that is like just insanely mineral, like it's just got so many minerals, and so it's like so amazing. You get nettles from the same place, Mountain Rose Herbs. They're located in Oregon. You can order from them and they will send it anywhere in the world. So anyway, you want to get just the bag of nettle leaf. It's like stinging nettles. It's not going to sting you. By the time it's dried out, all the little stingers have like evaporated, because the stingers aren't actually like spiky. It's more like toxin that feels pokey. Like it's, but I'm not allergic to it. I can touch stinging nettles, poison ivy, poison oak. That shit doesn't affect me. It affects everyone else around me, but it doesn't bother me none. I've never had poison ivy. But anyway, so, and I dig in the fucking woods and I get in the shit and the blackberries. Like I was living with this woman, Lee, a couple of years back, and she helped me like cut out this tunnel of the woods, and she got poison ivy so bad, and I didn't get it at all. Elliot didn't get it. It was bad. She had it bad. She had to go to the hospital, actually. Her whole eye swole up. But anyway, so stinging nettles, it won't sting you. Stinging nettle infusion, same way you make the spearmint. You put it in the fridge in room temperature water, and then you make a master batch, and then you just drink a cup of that every single day. It has every mineral that your body needs. All of them. And it's so good for your body in other ways too. Well, see, honeybee, this is how the universe works. At the moment, like, you need something the most, like I always say, when the need is there, the person will appear. Like if I am having a very specific need and I have to call a customer service agent, I know that I'm going to get the exact perfect customer service agent that is going to help me exactly the way that I need it. And I know that it happens every time. And if I get an agent that's an asshole, they always like hang up on me, and I'll get frustrated about it, but I have to call back. And when I call back, I get the exact right person. It always works out exactly the way it's supposed to. So when the need is there, or, you know, the teacher will appear and all that jazz. But yeah, there's no reason to suffer. I don't have the mental ability, the mental bandwidth, not the mental ability, but I don't have the bandwidth. There's just not enough of me to go around. And so like, I cannot do those things for myself. I did at one point in my life, and I probably will again at some point. But right now, like, I just have no ability to take care of myself in that way. But hopefully we're moving upward and like, honestly, I really, really, really am wanting to shop. I want to find a publisher or a literary agent or an editor or something, someone who can help me take my books and help me make them into something that like is more of an entertaining read, or like has more fluff to it. Like, I'm very clinical. Like, this is what it was like before. This is what it's like after. This is exactly what it was like before. This is exactly what it was like after. You want to know how I became this person who can feel and be and whatever, all these things? Well, here is exactly how I did it. There's no fluff. And a lot of these self-help books, I've discovered, they will spend about half of the book telling you in different ways with like personal stories and examples, and directly they'll say like, by the time you finish reading this book, you're going to be able to insert name of the title of the book, you know. So like in my case, like, by the time you finish reading this book, you'll be able to lean into the cringe. And it's just like, they tell you that like thing in like 20 different ways, and then they'll give you like personal stories about how they like started out like this and now here they are here. And like, I don't like when people patronize me in that way. And so I feel like me doing something like that would be like patronizing you and like insulting your intelligence. So like, I don't like when people, you know, patronize. I don't like that. I remember I was like, I don't even know how I knew the word patronize, but like, my mom would do that to me. She would be like, "Oh, wow." And I'd be like, "Mom, don't patronize me, dude." I was like 8 or something. I have no idea how I even learned the word patronize. I don't know. But I said that to her. Like, I was just like offended. And so like, I have a hard time pulling that out of myself, that like fluff. It's just all I can think to call it is fluff. I just, it's like when I did dreadlocks. When I did dreadlocks, here's exactly the photograph of what their hair looked like before, and here is exactly what their hair looked like after. A lot of the dreadlock people tend to post photographs of like the after, and like they'll do like before photos, but the after photo is always like some like outside of the salon, and she's like doing all this stuff, and like she styles it and puts all this fancy shit in there, and like that's not me, dude. I'm just trying to like, here's exactly what it looked like before and exactly what it looked like after. Look what I did. This is how great it looks with no fancy frou-frou-ness. This is how my brain works. It's how my brain builds things, and I just don't, I don't know. So I really want to I need to find a literary agent or a publisher or something, an editor, someone who can like tease out of me personal stories or like anecdotal things that like exhibit how, you know, leaning into the cringe has changed my life as a person or whatever. And I just like really struggle to pull that out of the ether, you know, like on my own. So I really feel like if I could find somebody like that could tease that stuff out of me, these books, like let's just be real, okay? So like Lean Into the Cringe is a genius branding. I'm sorry, it just is, like objectively. And it's mine. It's mine. And it's genius. And so like just objectively, like, you know, if I could find that, I really think that not only could, like, my book is fucking good. The concept is really good. The branding is really good. And I literally tell you exactly how to become unfuckwithable to the point where, like, no one can say anything to you that will fucking hurt you at all. You've already explored every part of yourself and forgiven yourself and accepted yourself for who you truly are. So, like, what could someone say that's going to make you question who you are, who you know yourself to be? Can't work. Not me, Satan. Hello, Heather. Oh, yeah, no. So listen, I know who you are, FYI, but listen, my book is not great right now. I 100% know that. The information is good, but see, I wrote these books in like you know, when you get like on an ADHD project. So when I start knitting, I basically can't stop. I can't stop to eat, drink, sleep. All I want to do is just like finish the project. And so that's how I wrote those books, is they were like ADHD projects. And so I did use ChatGPT to help me edit these books. I've never written a book before. I homeschooled. I didn't go to literature 101 or English class. I have no idea how to fucking like write a book. I've never written a book before, but I had all this information in me that I just needed to get out. And so I fucking got ChatGPT to help me edit the book. And I'm sorry, but ChatGPT sucks. Me writing those books is why I literally don't use ChatGPT for any other reason other than to like Google things here and there. That's it. I just don't use Google anymore because all Google is AI anyway. You know, I'll use Brave search engine, or I'll like, so like I ask complex questions, right? So like if I have a complex question of like really abstract idea, I don't feel like fucking going through 1,000, like I want to have a direct answer as if I'm speaking to another person in a sense. And so that's how I'll use ChatGPT. But I think I've used ChatGPT twice in the last 6 months. So there's that. But like it was in 2024. So it was like when ChatGPT first came out, you know? It was like first making its really insurgence or whatever. And so I was like, holy crap, dude, I could finally I don't have to hire an editor. I don't have to hire a publisher or anything like that because I know how to self-publish a book. My aunt self-published a book in like 2003 or something, 2004. And I helped her do it. So like I know that it can be done. I know I can do that. And yeah, so yeah, dude, my book, that's why they're not selling millions of copies. I mean, there's a reason why they're not selling millions of copies, is because I need to add more to it. I need a publisher, I need an editor, and I need someone to help tease out of me like more of this concept and more ideas. That's like exactly what I was saying, you know? No, I definitely wrote the book. So before I even, I wrote the book in late 2024, but if you go on my social media, I had already I made videos about leaning into the cringe way previously, and I made like my first long form content video was lean into the cringe, was exactly that, because I had already decided on the brand, like on the concept. I was like, oh my God, like that's fucking genius. And I got the idea from, there's these like these women who like wrote this like high value women. It's like this concept of being a high value woman. And one of their things is like lean in or lean back. And I was like thinking about cringe, and I was just like, yeah, like you need to like lean into the cringe. And I was just like, oh my God. And so I wrote a script and I made a video on social media about it. It was like my first long form content video ever. And I had already been talking about all these concepts. Like you can ask Barefoot Beauty. She's been here for like 4 years at this point, 3 or 4 years. And I had already been like talking about all these things and like, you know, giving these little nuggets of like how I became my best self or whatever. And I was also still kind of evolving myself at that time. But so the concept really started to evolve and take shape from me live streaming on a regular basis and talking to my people on the live stream about all this stuff, how I like reparented myself or like healed my inner child, or like, you know, through like legitimate, like common sense ways. I'm not like super woo woo, you know, it's not like I'm telling you how to like manifest or, you know, like how to like, it's not like that. This is like 100% legitimate that you can, it's like, how do you get over something that makes you like fearful, is like you just experience it and then it's no longer scary. It's like one of those things. And so leaning into the cringe is just experiencing the worst case scenario of embarrassment in strategic ways so that you are in control over it. And so you can like relinquish some control a little bit here and experience something cringeworthy that makes you nervous in these ways that are more that you're, you know, walking yourself through willingly, which makes it just feel it's very empowering to put yourself in embarrassing situations on purpose. So yeah, so these concepts really started to evolve in a way. And then like I went through it was crazy because I was actually sitting at the table writing the book, and at the moment when I got the phone call about how these 4 men were at my house looking for me the night before, and my neighbor was super freaked out and like wondering if I was okay. And so like it just gave me like more fuel. I was just like, I've got to find a way that my son can have like his needs met even if I'm not there. So if I write this book and it does well one day, maybe he can then, you know, get that money that is made from that book, and he'll always have like a little nugget of income, you know, long term. I'm just always trying to think of ways to like be my best self but also make money. Like I won't do things that are nefarious. So like there's been many times, I'm 42, there's been many times in my life where I have come to a fork in the road, where I had to choose money or my morals. And the reason why I'm here right now is because literally every time I choose my morals, I will not do anything to harm another person intentionally. I will not walk into a situation that is built on stepping on other people. The money's not worth it to me at the end of the day. So I'd rather be poor than be that kind of a person. It just is not appealing to me at all. So I would rather take the long, hard, slow road than the quick road. And I'm perfectly happy. I mean, I wrote those books in 2024. So it's like I'm perfectly happy with waiting for the right time for it to happen. It's not like I'm out here trying to shove and force. For the last year, I've sold a lot of copies of my book, actually. I've sold like a couple hundred. But hey, careful. But I don't like sit and just talk about it. It's not like my content is about my book now. People do that. They'll write a book and then that's like everything they always talk about. They only make videos about their book and they're just like, and I just don't, I've got more interests than that. I'm way more, there's more to me than that. So I'm just going to post about and make videos about and let you see exactly what's happening because I just got no time for all that editing and faking and shit. No, I did finish writing my book, but, and it's published. Like, you can buy it on Amazon. If you go on Amazon and you type "lean into the cringe book," that's the very first thing that pop up is my book. And you can read it on Kindle. You can read it, if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read the book for free right now. Like, you don't have to pay nothing. So, because you have Kindle Unlimited. But anyways, so, I'm not very good at fucking writing books. And I'd never written a book before or published a book before. I'd never done any of those things before when I wrote the book. So I made the mistake and I was naive about it because it was all new still kind of at the time. It was really the first time I ever used ChatGPT was to help me edit this book. And like, there's nothing, it's just very clinical. It's literally the exact steps of how to lean into the cringe and put yourself in awkward situations and whatever. But the book could be so much better. And that's exactly why I want to hire, or I want to find like a publisher or a literary agent or like an editor even, just somebody who can help tease out of me and like help me get it. Like, I just don't know what to do. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I just don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. I'm just kind of like trying to survive right now. So like thinking of these abstract concepts of like sitting and writing a book and thinking of these like things, memories and stories and like whatever, anecdotes. It's my brain just is not going to be able to do that without the questions happening, you know, or like I need, like I said, it's literally, teased out of me. You know what I mean? And I genuinely think that my book would do well. And I believe that it could truly, truly, truly help people if they would just, you know, do the thing. But it's also, you know, people don't like to do hard things. And because people don't like to do hard things, that is another reason. Oh no, there's a stink bug in here. How did you get in here? Dude, fucking stink bug season sucks because they're brown mottled stink bugs, which are not native to Oregon. They're brown. They're not the native ones. The native ones don't bother. They're little green guys and they just like do their thing in the grass. But these fuckers, they like eat your plants. Fucking assholes. I'm not Spider-Woman, no. But yeah, I think that if I actually get like that ADHD interest in it, like in finding that kind of thing, I think that, you know, I know I could do it. I know that I could do it. I know that I could do it. But it's just like, I'm trying to survive right now. I gotta work. I gotta make money, you know, like, so I don't really have the time to like take care of myself in certain ways. So like, I can't do a lot of self-care. I will take showers and put lotion on my face and like moisturize my skin, but I'm not going to go through the whole rigmarole of like all those little different products and like eating perfectly organic and healthy foods. Like, that shit's expensive, and I gotta focus on like keeping my pets and my kid alive primarily, you know? So that's like really what comes first. But soon my ex-husband and I are like buying a house. We're going to buy a house together within the next, I have this application, and we're gonna like fill it out this weekend. So we're really starting the process, like finally. And once we do that, then like obviously we'll have a house. Things will be so much easier for me. I will have like a house that I'm parked next to, so I can like live inside the house, and then I can convert my bus, or I could live in my bus and like just have a studio room in the house where I have all my hobbies, so that I'm not overwhelmed inside my bus with all my shit, because I have a lot of fucking hobbies. Which is really like, I'm just inundated. Like everywhere I look, there's yarn, there's a banjo-lele, there's like leather tools, there's fucking a sewing machine that's taking up the half of the counter in the kitchen, two sewing machines. I've got like, I've got so many books, and then I've got all like, but then I also have to have clothes and a kitchenette, and like I have to try to like live in here. So it's kind of hard to do so when you live in your art studio. Like I end up having to just do everything right here, and I would really like to have a room elsewhere to put all this stuff, so that I can just have like stuff that is in my living room and my bedroom, and not all my hobbies. My hobbies could be in the studio. So yeah, this is a process. Life is a process, and this is just where I'm at right now. Like this isn't where I've always been. I've been in worse situations than I'm in right now, and I've been in way better situations than I'm in right now. But the better situations, something came up, and it was altering my life to a different course. Like I'm supposed to go through hardships. Like I'm supposed to live in ways that make me uncomfortable, so that I am not a judgmental person about other people. Okay? God gives me instant karma. If I say or do something judgmental, I will go through that. Okay? Like I used to like snobby look at people who like lived in school buses and stuff. And I would snobby look down my nose at people about certain other things, like just like homeless adjacent, or like just not being able to bathe regularly, or like whatever. And God made me go through that experience. Thank God I don't have to go through that now. Like I literally, when I was living on my own property out in the middle of the woods, I was completely off grid. I had no running water, no electricity, and I had to generate my own electricity, and I had to fetch my own water. And it made staying clean and just like happy and well it made it impossible. And so, I got out of that situation, and I changed, and the situation changed. Thank God I'm not in that situation now. But God makes me go through things if I judge other people, or misjudge other people, I should say, for the situation that they're in. So I don't look at people anymore like, oh, I could never, or I just don't look at the world like that, because I know that if I talk shit about somebody, it's going to blow up in my face. So I just don't do that shit no more. And, even as recently, I actually kind of did it a little bit recently. I was talking shit about that lady who was house sitting before me, and like talking about what a bitch she was, and what she did, and this, that, and third. I was so frustrated with her. And then like out of the blue, she messages me with like such a kind fucking message, and like gave me inspiration to do something with myself in a way. Okay, is that better? So anyways, I was just saying, like, I'm in a trust free fall with God, basically. And that's all that matters. Like, I'm constantly in a trust free fall with God. And like, as long as I just continue staying willing to do literally whatever God tells me to do at any moment, like I can't do bad I can't lie, I can't cheat, I can't steal, I can't manipulate, I can't be judgmental. I have to be willing to remain I basically have to live my life in a constant trust free fall with God. I know that my needs will be met as long as I am moving forward in a positive way. If I do something like naughty, I get paybacks right away. Like I just can't do that stuff anymore. But like God is like basically leading me to where I'm supposed to be, like a carrot on a stick is essentially how I think of it in a way. I have to be willing to do whatever God presents, and it's going to be like something that makes me cringe. It always is something that makes me cringe. But if I ask God for something earnestly and I'm literally willing to do whatever the answer is, you know, even if I don't like the answer, I'm still willing to do whatever the answer is. Because, you know, when you ask God for something, God will literally, like, basically the next day be like, here you go. But it looks to you like things that make you cringe. And so you're like, ooh, I'm not answering the phone. That's my ex-boyfriend. Or, ooh, I'm not going there. I don't know anybody there. Oh, that makes me uncomfortable to think about doing that. But it's like literally what you asked for, what you prayed for is literally right there on the other side of that thing that makes you cringe. So it's happened to me. That's how I got my bus. That's how I got my property. Is I prayed to God, and 3 days later, God literally made me do something very uncomfortable, and I got it. Literally. 3 days after I prayed for this bus, I had this bus. 3 days after I prayed for land, I had already like found it, and it was already happening. The circumstances aligned and just happened. But it's because I was willing to do the absolute most weirdest, uncomfortable, cringy fucking thing. Like to get I told the story on the live the other day, but in order to get this bus, I prayed to God. If a bus is in my highest interest, I am like a coiled spring. I will towards whatever you present. And I literally, like 3 days later, I got a phone call that was from an ex that I didn't like at all, and I didn't want anything to do with him. But I knew I had just prayed for the bus, and so I was like, this better have something to do with this bus. I better be getting a bus. Hello? What do you want? Heather, you wouldn't happen to want to sell your van, would you? Yeah, sure, for $10,000. Okay, that sounds great. Let's do it. Okay, but so like if I sell my van to you, that means I have no house because I was living in my van. It was like a converted van. It was awesome. That's why you wanted to buy it. But so I would have no house and no car. So that $10,000, if a bus literally was not ready right there waiting for me, if I didn't find a bus basically the next day, I would have to spend money on a rental car. I'd have to spend money on a hotel. So I had to do that trust-free fall with God, and I had to say, okay, I'll do it. Yes, I will sell you my van. I trust that a bus is literally right there waiting for me. And so I hung up the phone with him, and I literally typed in, bus for sale, Eugene, Oregon. Click, and boop, a flat nose 40-foot bus with all the seats taken out already, wood on the floor already, just an empty tube, just an empty tunnel that he wanted $8,000 for. I had $2,000 left over after I bought this bus. Anyways, I called the guy and I was like, I'd like to come and look at your bus. I want to buy it, probably. And I was like, where are you? He was less than a mile from where I was literally parked. It took me 30 seconds to get there. So I answered the phone and accepted the cringy thing and I literally sold my fucking van and bought the bus. I literally, he handed me the money. We like snail or like, what is it, hermit crabs or whatever in a fucking line. We all switched, shit at the same time. I gave the guy the money. He gave me the money. I gave him the money. And then me and Jake met up next to each other. We parked next to each other. And I just unloaded my van into my bus, and I've been in the bus ever since. Like, but like, that's just how shit is. Like, God is going to like give you exactly what you want, but it's not going to look like something that you're interested in doing at all. And like, from having that experience more than once in my life, it's happened to me so many times. Anything that I truly like, I'm out there in the world seeking out, I get it. Always. Every single thing that I have ever like spent energy seeking out. And that's why I just know if I spend energy out in the world seeking a person who will help tease that shit out of me, I know that that book, I know that I have it in me to give people the kind of advice that can truly change their lives, because I changed my life, and if I can fucking do it, literally anyone can, okay? I promise. And, you know, fortunately, I have a lot of self-respect, and I think that I'm the right person to convince people like, oh, well, if she could fucking do it, I could do it. You know what I mean? I just think that everyone can do it. I think that every single person that is literally watching this right now could decide at this moment that they will no longer be making decisions that perpetuate their own misery. And you could decide to literally do whatever you like. You could have anything you want, be anyone you want, because you've just decided to. You have plasticity of the mind. You could literally just become, and not even just like, oh, I've decided to become this and I'm just faking it and like, you know, putting on this fake show. Like, if you truly embody who it is you want to become, it is you now. You could do it. Everybody can. No, I'm not a motivational speaker. That's the thing. I'm just a regular fucking person who loves, like, I love people. I care. I love every single person unconditionally. I give everyone in my life the space to be exactly who they're going to be. I don't have any power or control over anybody else. Myself is my responsibility. And I just like will choose. Some people I choose to love unconditionally from far away. Like, you know, I don't need to be around certain people. They're going to be acting a fool. But I still love you as a person, and I want to see you do your best. I just don't want to be anywhere near you while you're doing whatever you're doing. Do you got your phone? What do you got? Are we seriously here? I was just bragging on you. You know that? I was just bragging on you, talking about what a good boy you are and how you don't chew nothing up. And now here you are chewing on your feet. You're not allowed to chew on your feet. I gotta change my dehumidifier. Hold on. Where's my knitting project? There it is. I meant to start knitting like an hour ago. The longest beanie ever made. Do. Yeah, I'll never understand. Well, I mean, I get it. They don't know. They just don't know, Heather. You know, they just see like dreadlocks and tattoos. So they you know, I live in a bus. So naturally, I'm homeless and jobless and on drugs. People don't, and then they think like, who would ever take advice from somebody who lives like that? Yeah, but like I figured out a way to like I own my bus home. I own 8 acres of land, all paid for. I don't make payments on anything. I own my truck outright. You know, I have my own business. I make, you know, I have literally the best clientele on the fucking planet. Like, I'm so lucky. My business is like the perfect amount of work for me to stay like mentally healthy, physically healthy, not overdo it, and not and still I have enough. I like all my needs are met. Like my basic needs are met. Like I don't pay rent. You know, it's just I'm lucky, and like I've figured out a way that to live this way with owing no money to like these people who can take my stuff away from me. Nobody can take my stuff away from me. Like it's mine. I own it outright. No one could just be like, "Oh, you didn't pay me this month. Mine." You know, no one has any power over me. I have created a life where I am the arbiter of all things. And like it's baffling to me how, you know, people are just really judgmental, and that's why like I am honestly, it's kind of like having this epiphany today, which is, you know, kind of I think what's got me on this tangent in general, but I realized that something that I still did was I was a little bit judgmental, and I'm realizing that I can no longer be that way because God makes me experience these things. If I look my nose down at anybody for any reason, I will be forced to go through what they were going through. And like, that's just not, I don't want to go through that. So like, why not just try and see things as if like, okay, well, if I was in that situation, how would I have gotten into that situation from circumstances that were unfortunate? It wasn't necessarily because I made these choices to be evil or do bad things. It's because just shit just goes fucking sideways sometimes. Life is just blows up in your face sometimes. And, you know, I don't want to be on the receiving end of a bomb. So I think it's just so much better in life if you choose to be more understanding of other people and try, like, maybe I don't understand and, you know, why they're doing that or how they're managing to get, like, exist that way. But it's not up to me to worry about. What people do don't affect me none. I'm just, you know, I'm over here just doing my own thing. So I shouldn't be a judgmental person. And I think that's like that last layer of crap. For me. I actually don't really feel like knitting. I'm probably gonna just go to bed. I literally fucking worked my asshole off today, dude. The house was so dirty. It's only been 2 weeks, but they have like 2 really big dogs, and they are both, she's a master gardener, and he is like, he basically is outside doing all the stuff that we do together on Thursdays and Fridays. He's doing that like most days of the week. So they're tracking in pine needles and dirt, and the dog's paws are tracking in dirt, and it's all tile and wood, like whatever it's called, the wood vinyl stuff or whatever, life-proof whatever flooring. And so it's a lot of vacuuming. And like at the cabin where I was like having to find out, I was doing all those cobwebs the other day. That's how it was there too. There's just so many cobwebs, and they, you know, all the ceilings are high. They've all got skylights. There's 2 floors. There's like a main floor and then the basement floor. And it's just a lot. It was just a lot to like catch up on, but I don't understand. Like it was worse than usual. And I feel like, man, they should have me come out every week so that I could do like 1 week I could do like the small daintier things, like moving everything and all the little things and dusting. And then on the alternate week, I can like focus on cobwebs, dishes, like laundry. I could do all the other things, like change the sheets and all the beds. Vacuum and mopping should be every time. But if I can do like the whole upstairs took me, I was all upstairs today. I didn't go on the basement floor at all because I just didn't have enough fucking time in the day. It was just an intense fucking day. Long fucking intense day. But it was fun. I like my job. I enjoy it, which is more, it's like awesome because I like, you know, I earn money to do something I already enjoy doing. You know, like when I had to clean my house and took my dog to go get groomed yesterday. And then I came home and I stripped my entire house. The floor, I threw all the garbage away, got all the recycling out. It's been building up because I was sick. And I just was kind of like not paying attention for a little bit. But so I got my dog groomed and he got bathed. And I was like, I can't bring this clean, beautiful dog, this shiny new toy. I can't bring him in this dirty house. I have to clean my whole house so that my dog, you know, like the dog is fresh, which is the whole point, is so that I can keep my house clean longer. The dog hair tumbleweeds aren't going to be good. So I got rid of all of the crap off the floor. I washed all the rugs, which is like, there's like 8 to 10 rugs or something. I don't know. Washed all my rugs and vacuumed every square inch of my floor in super great detail. I was tired and like, it was crazy, but I had a good time yesterday. I had a fucking blast yesterday. Cleaning out my fucking house and like washing the rugs, and I had a blast. It was great. And I had a good time today at work too. It's just tired. People, listen, Daisy, honestly, the more people try to troll me, it genuinely, I get paid for engagement. So my YouTube is monetized. So I don't have to get any super chats. I don't have to have any of these like Ruby thingies or whatever, the gifting things. You don't have to send me none of that. Just by you guys being here and commenting, it literally, I earn money from YouTube, from AdSense, Google AdSense. That's where I get all of my income on YouTube from. Sometimes I'll have like a stray super chat, or like people will send me the little gifty things or whatever, but I don't expect that, and I don't like ask for that. If it happens, that's amazing, and I'm super grateful, truly. But it's not something that's not the reason why I'm live streaming. I'm not live streaming so that you'll send me money. I'm live streaming because it's one of my hobbies. I just enjoy it. I don't know why. I did the exact same thing that I do now that there's people in here. I do the exact same thing when there's only 4 or 5 people in here. I'm going to do the exact same thing no matter what. Doesn't matter who's here, how many people are here, if I'm making money off of YouTube or not. I literally didn't make a single dollar off of YouTube for like, I don't know, like 8 months or something like that. Only this month, I just, like right now, like a couple days ago, I got paid from YouTube for the first time in like 8 months. And that's because of all y'all. Thank you. I'm super grateful. Like, I wouldn't make any money off of YouTube if it wasn't for these people hatefully commenting right now. I don't. What, baby? Do you need to go outside, go potty? There's a big cat outside, so you need to go outside quick, okay? You go potty? go outside? Come on. Go outside. Potty, come on. You want a treat? You want to load up in Orly's bed? Can you load up in Orly's bed? Wait, back up. Keep going. You want to get in your bed? Load up in Orly's bed. Good boy. Turn around. Here. Good boy. Right here. All right. No more. All done food. No more treats. Sweet boy. Try and get some of this air circulating so that it's warmer on the lower floors area. Damn, bro. Keep that heat up. No, buddy, we're done with food. Do you want to go outside? No, no more treats. All done. All done. No more food. All done. All done. Oh, he's eating his food in his bowl. He's got a little left over, apparently. Oh, I'm tired. I'm ready to take my fucking hair out of a braid. I know that. Oh, I can't wait to take my hair down. Oi. Just do the opposite for a minute. I do not support Trump. I showered yesterday, actually. No. Have you ever put your hair in a ponytail before? Do you know what that's like? It hurts. I've had my dreads since 2010 or 2011, maybe. I'm gonna regret looking into that, right? Slip cast. The weight, no. My dreadlocks are not heavy. My hair is very fine, like my natural hair. My natural hair is clear blonde. Like you can see it growing out. My natural hair is like absolutely super blonde. My eyebrows are tattooed on, like, or microbladed. But my natural hair is just very fine and wispy. It's like baby fine hair. It feels like spider silk. It tangles so easily. Like even this part tangles sometimes. I have to really be conscientious about not letting it get matted because my hair just wants to knot all the time. And it gets in these tiny little, they're called fairy knots. It's like two hairs literally knot together. And if you try to undo the knot, the hair breaks. So that's why I dreadlocked my hair, because it just knotted all the time and it would break when I tried to brush it. And so my hair was just like stringy and it didn't look good when I tried to grow it out. But with dreadlocks, I mean, not only does my hair want to knot, it's like makes my life so much easier. I don't have to brush my hair and I get long, beautiful, hyper feminine hair. Yes, sign me up. But my hair is very light. My dreadlocks don't weigh nothing. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Wait. All right, hurry up. Yeah, a lot of people also when I've been doing dreadlocks professionally for only a small time. Did my dog just yelp? Come on, go potty. He's fine. I was hearing shit or something. Definitely wasn't him yelping. He's going potty like a good boy. But yeah, my dreadlocks don't weigh hardly nothing because my hair is very fine naturally. So, and I also, when I did my dreadlocks, I did them correctly. So, and I maintained them correctly. And I let them kind of just do their thing while I kind of guided them to where they needed to be. And because of that, my dreadlocks aren't super matted, hard, thick, and like they're flexible. My dreadlocks are, you know, like totally soft and flexible, whereas other people's are like very stiff. Those are the people with stinky dreadlocks. Those are the people who experience neck pain. But I don't experience that. The only neck pain I experience is when I'm trying to crawl in bed and I accidentally, or I'm trying to walk with my like bent over and my hair is touching the ground and I step on. I just cut 2 feet off of my hair. In the beginning of 2025, my hair was down past my ankles. It was in the middle of my calf. I cut it to just like below my ass because it might be just, yeah, it's like right at my ass now, just above my ass. So I cut like that much off of it because every time I bent over, I was stepping on my fucking hair. It was such a nightmare. I couldn't crawl in bed. I was so sick of it. It'll grow long again, no time. That's like 2 years worth of growth, whatever. Are you ready? Come on. Let's go. Orly. Come on. Treats right here. Good night, sissy. Have a great night. Yeah, no, I don't live in a warm climate. You know, we don't have roaches here like at all. Like Oregon, just as far as I know, I've never seen a roach in Oregon. We don't even have palmetto bugs. You know, in Florida, how they have those giant roaches that fly. We don't even have palmetto bugs. I have not seen a single fucking roach since I lived in Oregon. My animals don't ever get fleas either. I'm afraid to treat my animals for fleas because I'm afraid if I put flea medicine on them, if a flea jumps on them and gets in my house, it's gonna jump on me instead. So I don't treat them for fleas because like they don't have fleas. Like why am I gonna treat them for fleas? They don't have fleas. They never have had fleas. We just don't have them. It's not a thing. It's not warm enough here for that. It's not moist enough for that. It's just, if it's hot, it's dry as fuck. And they don't like that. They like that tropical climate. Yeah, I just read a comment from somebody saying that there are no roaches. I saw Sissy, what she wrote about how no, there's no roaches. Because there's not. We have spiders. Like, I live in the woods. There's spiders. That's about it. I don't have, like, little ants everywhere. Oh, no! Let me fix it. Hold on. Sorry. Uh-oh. Okay, it's all gone. It's all gone. You're good. You can lay down now. Here, lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Your tail is knocking on the thing. Lay down, baby. Sit. Sit. Go lay down. I'll put the blanket on top of you. Okay, fine. Goofball. Like, now that my dog smells good and he's all shaven up, I kind of wish that he could lay in bed with me. I'd just love to have him closer to me because he's just, like, not so pleasant. Like, I have synesthesia, so I'm really sensitive to smells because I get these visuals that are also very intense. And there's a lot bad smells. There's so many more bad smells out in the world than there are good smells, and I'm very sensitive to bad smells. I've always had a real weak stomach, but it's real intense. So, like, when a dog smells like a dog, I can't fucking touch them. And I love the dog so much. He's my boy. But, like, I just could not touch him. And so now he's like, we're going to keep up with this groomer shit. Oh, I'm going to be taking him there like once a month to bathe him. He gets in the car. My dog will just get in the car. I can take my dog anywhere because he will just get in the car. I cannot fucking believe that. I am literally so happy. I cried so much yesterday because the fact that my dog will willingly get in the car now, which he never, dude, the people I got my dog from did some fucked up shit to him. I don't know what. They traumatized him. It took like I've had him for 2 years. And only now he's like, I'm serious, in the last, like, the fuck was that? Anyways, so it's taken like, I will say for like maybe the last like 3 months, I've been getting this like, my dog talks to me. I don't care what anybody says, dude. My cats, I fucking understand them. I understand my dog. I know exactly what he wants whenever he tells me. He gives me these looks, and his body language and like the circumstances we're under. All these things matter. And he's totally communicating with you. You just have to be willing to pay attention. It's like God. But like, you know, it's your dog. And so I had been thinking for literally the last couple of months, like, is he trying to tell me he wants to like go with me? But like he's stunk and he was like all hairy and he needed to be groomed so bad. Like, it was just so bad because his hair is so crazy. He has triple layer hair. He's got a triple coat. He's not got a double coat. He has a triple coat. There's like a layer that much, a layer that much, and a layer that much. We just gave him a full intense grooming in October. And since October, he has gotten his winter coat and now started to shed it off. And so it was so like, I could not brush him because it would hurt him. And if I was to bathe him, the hair tangled up even more. I dealt with this. And so I had to literally wait I had to find a groomer, which took months. It took me months to convince this lady to do it. And then I had to wait for the appointment. And so I had to have money for it. And then I had to do it, right? So like, it was just all things were just not, it was so bad. Like, honestly, she told me, she was like, oh my God, I thought he was going to be so much worse. He's not nearly as bad as like you talked it up to be. And I was like, well, it's kind of like, this is what I told the groomer yesterday. I was like, it's kind of like when you tell your parents you're pregnant when you actually got an F on your report card. You know, you just kind of like set up the worst so then people are more pleasantly surprised. Like, that's kind of, you know, because to me it was really bad. But I guess she sees animals that are like neglected. And so like, I didn't really consider that. She was thinking like, oh, he's like neglected, matted up, and Great Pyrenees. I don't know if you've ever seen a Great Pyrenees that like lives outside with the goats, because that's their breed, is to be a livestock guardian, and they don't get groomed ever. They literally have like huge dreadlocks hanging off of them, and they're all matted up and stuff, and that's just kind of the way it is. It's just, that's a livestock guardian dog that lives out in the fucking goat pasture, like, you know, and they live in climates where they sleep outside at night, so they need all of their coat. He, as it turns out, even though he was bred and born and raised to be a livestock guardian, he is actually a couch potato, and he is a lap dog. He just wants to literally be with his person. And so I had him for about 6 months before I was able to fucking finally get an appointment to get him neutered. It was like $350, $400, and because he's such a big boy. And I had to wait for the appointment. So it was just like a pain in the ass. So I kept him the way that they had him for that 6-month period. After I got him neutered, he literally became an inside dog. He had never been outside. He literally was not potty trained when I got him. He had never been inside of a house before. And so when I got him neutered, he literally potty trained himself. Never in my life have I experienced that. He's never peed in the house. Not one single time since he got neutered, and he just understood, like, oh, we go outside to go pee. I don't understand how it happened, but he just potty trained himself. I had nothing to do with it. I cannot take credit. I did not train him to go pee outside, and he 100% peed in the house. I tried to let him inside a couple of times. I even hand sewed. I spent like 3 days hand sewing a fucking, like a giant, like it looks like a giant period pad, but it's actually a dog diaper and a whole strap to go around him, just so I could try to let my dog in the house because he wouldn't stop peeing and dribbling. He was unneutered. So he would dribble everywhere, and I just couldn't have that I can't have piss and shit. Dirt and hair tumbleweeds are one thing, but like I cannot fucking deal with piss or shit. I can't do it. So I could not let him in my house. I just couldn't deal with it. So once I got him neutered, there's no way I could just leave him outside. I was afraid he was going to get an infection and he was going to get sick and die being outside with he just had his balls cut off, you know? He's just had surgery. I'm not going to let him heal outside. So I brought him inside in a kennel, and I kept him, sequestered and with his collar on, and I took care of his wounds and everything. And when he had to go potty, like I had to take him outside. He got fixed. He didn't pee for like the first like little while. It was like maybe, I don't know, like 12 hours or something before it was the next day before he peed. And I was like so worried. I was calling them. I was like, he's like holding his pee for really, they were like, it's totally fine. If he hasn't peed after 24 hours, 48 hours, you need to call us. But he's fine. It'll probably take between like 12 and 20 hours. It's okay. He's a big dog. He's got a lot bigger of a bladder than you think. And the more he has to go, the more he'll make himself pee, even though it's painful. Like the first couple times he tried to pee, he just refused because it was painful. But then, after a little while, I kept taking him outside and like, come on, we got to go potty. Let's go potty. And he eventually like peed after, like 12 or so hours. And then I brought him inside. And then like, every couple of hours I would take him outside to see if he wanted to go to the bathroom or anything. And he healed up, and he's never lived outside again after that. He's been inside. And for the first like year and a half that I had him, I would spend like hours. I've been on live stream just brushing my dog. Like he loves to be brushed and combed. But after we moved here, I went through the really traumatic experience of having these men show up on my property looking for me. And like, I'm dealing with this stalker situation. I literally had to move from my home because of an online stalker. And so like a lot, like my mental health, I had to live in a tent to get away from my property immediately. I had to move and live into a fucking tent. And that was really traumatic. Like I made the best of it, and I was like, this is a new adventure, like I can't wait. Like I'm kind of delusional in that way, but like it was really traumatic. Like just earnestly, it was traumatic. The whole situation was traumatic. Moving into that shed after the winter was destroying my tent. was really traumatic because it was gross. Adam had the chihuahuas in there and there was piss and shit all in the shed. It's so nasty in there. And I can't live in piss and shit. I did mention that. So I had to like spend like 2 days nonstop. Like I used a carpet cleaner on the wood to try to like get all the pee and poop out of it. And then I literally laid down like everything. The floor, I couldn't touch the floor. I had to it was just so gross. And I had to live like that because I had no choice. And because I had to get away from where these fucking stalkers were and I couldn't get my bus yet. And then after 6 months, I finally got my fucking bus. And, you know, we were able to move here. But like, I've been working now. Whereas when I was living on my property and I was brushing my dog, I was home all day, every day. I wasn't working. All of my income was like any money I got was because of the internet. And so I was making an income from the internet at that time because my followers would help me out, or like, you know, I would generate videos. I had a super viral video on TikTok that I was earning a little bit of money off of here and there for like quite a while, like 2 years almost. But anyway, so when I moved here, I couldn't live like that, not working. I had to find something to do with myself because I was going insane. So I bought myself a backpack vacuum and I just restarted up my cleaning business, which turned into me getting a construction job, which turned into me getting an outdoor job working where I work now. And that's what I've been doing now for a year. So like I am literally working so much and trying to just like stay afloat and stay alive, and I'm overwhelmed as it is. And so like I started to slip on brushing him as often. And so I was only doing it like once every 3 months or like whatever. And it's just like, it got to be so out of control that the only thing that I could do is completely reset my dog. And like, that's what we just did. And I just feel so different since yesterday. Like getting him groomed, the fact that he got in the car willingly, like our whole life just changed yesterday in a very dramatic way. I don't have to leave my dog behind anymore. I can take my dog with me when I go to the store, when I go to pick up my kid, when I go like to some jobs, I could bring my dog. I could bring my dog tomorrow with me to work if I don't want to, because I've got to figure out a healthy situation for that. But like I could, if I wanted to, really, or if I had to, I could bring him with me. But like I can go take him on walks to places. We could go to like the park. We could go to the beach. I could take my dog to the fucking river. I could take my dog to the fucking, to the reservoir. I can take my dog. Like, I can't wait to have a fucking day off. And now, yesterday I was obviously like, I took him to the groomer and then I had to clean my house because now I have a clean shaved dog. I got to get rid of all this fucking dog hair out of my fucking house. Cause now, you know, it was pointless to even bother like really go deep cleaning my house before, because he was losing balls of hair like this on a daily basis. Like, it was just like, what's the fucking point? You know, like, what's the fucking point? Just who cares? I was depressed about it. Like, not depressed, but like, it was causing me, you know, mental unrest. But now he'll get in the car, he's shaven, my house is fucking clean, like in a sanitary, like no dog hair way. He doesn't stink like fucking Fritos anymore. It's just my whole, it's just, oh, I'm so happy. I'm just like, my spirit's lifted in like this intense way. And I'm so fucking happy. What is that? A rock? I don't want to light a candle because I'm about to go to sleep. It's already 9 o'clock. I'm gonna skedaddle. I've been pontificating for far too long. I don't even use recreational drugs, FYI. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't even like to get stoned, honestly. But with this fucking synesthesia and like just the world being a stinky fucking place, I'm basically trying to stop from puking at any given moment. I could probably throw up. And I used to throw up a lot. I don't know if my old viewers remember that, but like I used to throw up a lot. until I started smoking weed again or using the vape. But I'm just, dude, listen, oh my God. I was talking to the guy whose house, I clean his house on every other Thursday, and I work outdoors on his orchard and like small farm, doing like all kinds of shit, like weeding, and I ride a tractor and a 4-wheeler, and I pick up all these branches and I fucking chip branches, and then I take the wood chips and do things with them. I do fires, whatever. I'm working on a farm, and I do like man work. I work alongside of a man, and everyone who's ever done this job alongside of him previous to me was a man. Like, I'm the first woman he's ever hired to do this job. But anyway, so, I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah. So I was there today. He's so fucking awesome. I was telling him, like, I kind of got emotional about it because I really do not want to get stoned anymore. But I am like, I can't eat food. I'm already like 132 pounds. If I don't eat food, I will get super skinny, and I get anorexic looking. Like, I'm already too thin for what I like myself to be. And like, I can't just not eat because my body will like eat itself. And I don't want to be anorexic because I'm of an accident, like because I just am going to throw up if I think about or smell food. I literally can't smell food unless I've consumed cannabis. If I smell food, it's like, ugh. The taste of water, it makes me want to vomit. The feeling of cold water makes me want to vomit. The feeling of water in my stomach makes me want to vomit. It's just like, if I eat food, immediately after I finish eating, I want to vomit. Like, it's just like the feeling of the food in my stomach makes me want to throw up. It's just, I've got such a weak stomach. And so this Juul, it smells like fresh brown, like drying tobacco. If you take a dry tobacco leaf and you just put your face in it, like that's exactly what this smells and tastes like. And that smell is like at a perfume place, how they have the bowl of coffee beans for you to like reset your smell. After smelling each perfume, you smell the coffee beans, and it takes away because perfumes stick in your nose. That's what this does for me. It like resets my sniffer. And so like, I don't feel queasy every time I smell something. If I hit this, it's because I feel nauseous. It's not just because I'm hitting my Juul. It's because, I start just, and I get my little fresh tobacco flavor. I want 0 nicotine. That's what I want. So I'm going to start looking for a vape that's like a local that makes it themselves, or I'll find the things and I will make it myself. So I know what I'm getting. And then I'll just buy the empty cartridges and I'll just fill it up with the juice myself. Maybe. I don't know. I can't smoke anything. I can't actually smoke tobacco because the smell of smoke makes me sick to my stomach. So I can't smoke anything. I can't smoke weed. I can't smoke cigarettes. I can't smoke hand-rolled tobacco. I can't smoke anything. Dabs, can't smoke. I can vape. I can't smoke. I can vaporize with a vaporizer machine, certain flowers, but even that is kind of like, I don't like the taste of weed, so not really into that. But the only reason I consume cannabis is because it makes it so that I can eat food. It makes me hungry. It makes me crave food. And so the only time I can eat food is once I've consumed cannabis, because then I'm craving food. I could go weeks without eating a single bite of food, and I will not feel hungry at any point. I might get lightheaded. I might get cranky. I might feel like I'm going to pass out. But I will not get hungry. It's like some bullshit with autism where you've got like a dysregulation. Like, I forget to drink water. I struggle to drink enough water. It's like I struggle to eat food. It's just, I don't know. It's one of those things. So cannabis is the only thing that makes it so that I am so hungry that I must eat food. Oh, I'm hungry. Otherwise, the only thing I can eat is sweets. Like, I could live off of like, at one time I just only ate peanut M&Ms for like, I don't know, like 3 months. One time, or maybe not that long, like a month. I was only eating milkshakes just recently. Just fucking cookies and cream milkshakes. That's all I could eat. It's cookies and cream milkshakes. All I was craving was cookies and cream milkshakes. That's all I wanted. And if I tried to do much anything else, I got sick to my stomach. But I keep forgetting what someone's gonna say. So my awesome, amazing, wonderful person who I work for, he does like, he grows a couple plants and he makes like some CBD stuff. And he gave me this liquid that he made, and you put like a dropper, you swallow like a dropper full, and it's just CBD, so you like won't get stoned. You can put it directly on an area that's like, if you have a rheumatoid or whatever, you can put it directly on there, or you can take it. And he says that, like, I was like, yeah, but is it like actually gonna work? Because I don't know if I really believe in CBD, because I've only ever, like, my brain just can't wrap my head around the fact that it's gonna do the things that weed does without making me stoned. Like, I don't know. I've never really had any kind of effect from CBD ever, ever. So I'm skeptical about it. Anyway, he gave me this stuff, and he says, like, it fucking works. It's really super strong. It really super works. So I'm going to try it out. And if that works, then I'm 100% going to switch from the cannabis vape, the THC, to a CBD only strain of the cartridges. And I'll only vape CBD. And I think if that works, like, that would be so amazing. But I'm just real skeptical. I just feel like it's one of those things, where they're saying it does this thing so they can put a little CBD in everything and then charge you $20 for a can of fucking soda water. Like, I just don't know if I'm skeptical, but we'll see. We'll see. Blind, I don't like the way it feels to be stoned. It makes me miserable. It makes my heart race, and I don't like it. I just don't like the feeling of being stoned. It's just not for me anymore. It's just not for me anymore. I've grown out of it, and I just don't want to do it anymore. But I also want to eat food, and I also don't want to be nauseated all the time. So I'm just gonna, I tried to quit cold turkey, I did. I successfully quit cold turkey for 2 weeks, but I was sick to my stomach all the fucking time. And so, like, I just, like, every time I started to get super sick to my stomach, I was just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna, like, barely hit this to try and not feel sick to my stomach. Or I'm just gonna, like, try to smell this, and maybe just smelling it or only hitting it, like, one time at night will, like, make a difference. And then, like, during the day, I have to go to work. I have to, like, do my job, and I can't be doing a bad job. So I have to basically get stoned to completely forget that, like, I'm sick to my stomach, my bones are sore, my muscles are tired, like, I have to, like, I gotta kind of, like, be able to, like, hyper focus on what I'm doing and not pay attention to the fact that my body is kind of uncomfortable in some way. So getting stoned does that for me. It makes it so that I can just completely just do my job really fucking well without every 5 minutes going like, ow, ow, I do meditate, yes. I do. But yeah, I also don't like the effects of nicotine. So I just want the smell of the fresh tobacco leaf without any of the nicotine. I don't like the effects of nicotine. Nicotine makes my heart race. Nicotine makes me feel lightheaded sometimes. I don't like it. I don't want to feel that way anymore. So I want to do 0 nicotine and 0 THC and just have the smell of the nicotine or the tobacco without the nicotine and the medicinal parts of cannabis without necessarily getting stoned. I'm just like, I'm turning 42 in like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I'm just like I'm not a fucking teenager anymore. Like, I don't want to be walking around stoned all the time. It's just, I haven't liked it for a couple of years, but I just have no choice, and I feel like kind of like there's nothing else. I don't want to take pharmaceuticals all the time. I don't want to, like they find out, like I could be taking Prilosec, but now they're finding out Prilosec causes stomach cancers and shit. And it's just like, so glad that I didn't do that. And like my doctor has given me like a standing prescription. Like I could go to the pharmacy any moment I need to and get something called Ondansetron, which is like Zofran, basically. It's this, the non-branded or whatever. It's like the whatever, designer imposter version. It's the Zofran. So I could go get Zofran. I just don't like taking Zofran. If I'm not actively throwing up and I take Zofran, it will make me throw up. It makes me sick. If I take it, I can only take that on Zenzatron if I'm like at critical level of like, I'm either right now about to throw up, so I'm starting to sweat and I'm starting to salivate. I can take the Ondensatron, and then it will, sometimes it'll make me actually, it'll tip me over the edge and actually make me throw up. But if I take it too soon, then it will make me miserable and I will throw up, and I will throw up a bunch. And like the point is to not throw up, you know? So I don't want to take that. I don't take it very often because I used to take it a lot because I used to throw up all the damn time. And then I found out that if I vape cannabis, I don't throw up it hardly at all. I'm able to eat food. The feeling of food in my stomach. If I get cold and I get like, if I start to shiver, like to where, you know, you get cold on your insides, it's kind of like, I don't know, like my body tenses up so hard here that it will make me throw up. I just have a very like, my throat, I just like always basically ready to throw up at all times. And it fucking sucks. I don't like it. I don't want to throw up. I don't want to be miserable. So I have found certain things that help and that work. But at the same time, like I am 42 years old and I have zero desire to just be stoned all the fucking time. And I don't like people that are like make weed their whole lives. I think it's unattractive for people to just be like, oh yeah, man, like smoking so much weed. Oh, God, like smoking the blunts and the joints. Oh man, smoking, oh, I did such a big dab. Like when people make weed smoking their personality, like, I'm sorry, that doesn't make you interesting. You're just like, I don't like it. I think it's gross and tacky. And so I just don't like, honestly, really just, I don't know. If it wasn't for the fact that I love my hair so much, I wouldn't even have anything to do with any dreadlock. That's why I had to quit doing dreadlocks. People with dreadlocks, just objectively, kind of suck. They're dirty. They're like pretend to be like all Grateful Dead fam, and like they will literally stab you in the fucking back the first chance they get. They will steal from you and they'll take your wallet and help you look for it. Like, these are people that are fucking shitty. And they probably work on a cannabis farm because they don't want to get a real job. So they want to make like a bunch of money for trimming weed. It's just, I just don't like people with dreadlocks very much. So I had to like step away from that whole world. But I really like my fucking hair. So I don't care, honestly. If people want to just lump me into that like category, that's totally fine. I don't even like the Grateful Dead. I literally don't listen to the Grateful Dead. I don't like them. I think that the band was created by the CIA to fucking, you know, to cause disharmony in the fucking, you know, and to make the people who were like about peace and not war and objectively thinking thoughts of logic all on drugs. So then like they were hyper focused on like chasing some band around instead of like being a good person and actually changing the world. I think it was an intentional thing by our government to set up that whole hippie movement. The whole LSD movement was like funded by the CIA and shit. So like we already know that. And Grateful Dead, the music is literally designed to hypnotize you. Like, I don't know, like you've only listened to the Grateful Dead music on the radio. It's different. In the shows, like I went to a Grateful Dead cover band show and like they literally were like playing fast music and all the people were like dancing fast, and then they started playing slow music and all the people started moving like slow. They were 100% like controlling the people's I was standing there and I was just like, dude, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like my discernment, my fucking spirit was unwell in that moment. And I was like, no, dude, I gotta get out of here. And I don't want nothing to do with those kind of people. I don't want nothing to do with that shit. It's not for me, man. Also, I just really don't like loud music. And that's all they ever do is play fucking loud music. These Grateful Dead people. And it's always the Grateful Dead. Like, all they ever want to listen to is, like, Fish, the Grateful Dead. Like, if you're going to listen to, like, Jerry Garcia, God, just... listen to like Old and in the Way. That's when Jerry Garcia was actually like, he left the Grateful Dead, and like he was, I just like pop culture history, so like I know, but I don't listen, you know, I'm not like a fan. I just watch a lot of documentaries about musicians and celebrities and just pop culture in general, because that shit fascinates me. But anyways, Jerry Garcia left the Grateful Dead, became old, you know, an older adult man, and like kind of stepped away from all that stuff. And he was in this group called Old and in the Way. And it's like that's like a bluegrass type of band. That's actually objectively good music, okay? It's actually pretty darn good. Tennessee Red is a really funny song. But yeah, Old and in the Way is good. They do a cover of Wild Horses by the Rolling Stones. Old and in the Way, Wild Horses. That is a fucking good song. Also, I think I don't know if it was Old and in the Way. It might have just been Jerry Garcia on his own, but there's a song called Shady Grove. If you have never heard this song, 10 out of 10, I recommend you listen to Shady Grove. It's really good. But that's like it. Like my favorite Grateful Dead song is like A Touch of Grey because I watched Pop-Up Video when I was a kid, and that's basically the only Grateful Dead song that ever had a music video that was like on television, and so it was on Pop-Up Video, and so that's the only one I ever heard. You know, really I was like, oh, I like Pop-Up Video, that's why. Jerry Garcia Band, thank you. Yeah, but Shady Grove is a wonderful song. Old and in the Way, Wild Horses is really good. I really enjoy that. Also, there's a musician who's like a current musician, and he did a cover of Shady Grove. That's also really good. The song is just really good. But anyways, yeah. I don't like the Grateful Dead. I don't like the merry pranksters. They think it's funny. Also, these dreadlocked people, they think it's funny to give people LSD without telling them. And like, first of all, that's a gosh darn crime. That's assault. And they think it's funny. And it's called dosing someone. And they don't just like give you one dose. They give you like 30. Like they are intentionally putting you in a place where you might not come out of it for like weeks. You won't die. You just won't be in reality. And that's scary to think that they would do that. You know what I mean? Like that's scary to think about having that happen to you. My discernment is very strong. One, I don't put myself in places where that could happen to me. And during the short time in my life in 2020, literally only in 2020, I went to shows. I listened to the Grateful Dead for a minute because I was hanging out with people and we would go to like listen to music live, and I would do like a little bit of psychedelics at that time. But just by observing the people who I was friends with and the people around us in general I had clarity and discernment. And so I just chose not to do the things that they were doing, which made it so that our friendship didn't really work out in the end. We were only friends in 2020. And that was the only time that I went to live shows and went out drinking at the bar. I had left my husband in 2018, and I never had done that in my youth really. So I was like reliving a little bit of my youth at 38 years old. But, you know, I realized that I don't really like people with dreadlocks. I don't like loud music. I don't want to have to always go without carrying a drink or like holding my drink like this because someone's going to try to fucking drug me or like dose me or something. Like I could do a really cool hobby at home instead of do all those things. I could learn how to do literally anything I want on the fucking planet instead of doing those things. And that's like basically how that was like the moment in 2020. I was just like, I don't want this. So it was fun for a minute. Not for me. Can't knock it till you rock it. I tried it. I didn't like it. And so, you know, I haven't touched any drugs at all since 2020. Like only in 2020, I like tried, you know, some psychedelic stuff, and that's pretty much it. But I haven't even touched that shit since 2020. So I've been, I guess you could call it California sober since 2020. Yeah, and you know, I can actually see, Daisy, my sense of smell. I can 100,000% smell people's pheromones, like for sure. That was like one of the things that attracted me like really to my husband, is when he would breathe out of his nose, I could smell his pheromones. It has the scent that I like. That's like, it's very specific. Only a couple of people have had it, and it's like it's like a smell. And I think so when I smell that smell on their pheromones, I think it's that what I'm smelling is our immune systems are different enough from each other that if we were to have a baby together, that baby would have a really good immune system. And that's that's what pheromones, it's like the survival of the fittest and like the strongest genes going forward, right? And so when my husband, when I like, I mean, we have Elliot, and he's literally like a little Adonis, so you know, there's that. But yeah, I can totally smell people's pheromones. It's from their nose breath, not their mouth breath. Their nose breath is when they breathe out of their nose, and it's not the smell of their mouth. It's not like, it's literally the smell. It's a very specific, everyone has a different smell. I can pick out people based on their nose breath smell. But, you know, like I just have a really that's why my stomach, that's why I want to puke all the time, is because there's a lot more bad smells in the world than there are good smells. And that's just like objectively true. So I smell everything all the time. And I can smell someone smoking cigarettes. There's like, we have like no neighbors like right next to us on either side. There's neighbors on the other side of that area. Like there's a yard where there's nobody living, and then there's a place where people live. There's a house that's empty here, and then next door to that, there's a place where people live. I can sit here in my bed and I can tell when someone is smoking a cigarette at one of those places. I can smell it immediately. Like it sucks. I'm not at all bragging about it. It is not something I would wish upon my fucking enemy. You know, it's miserable, to be quite honest. Yeah. Yes, your favorite lunch lady. That is 100%. And it's like, it's the kind of smell where you smell their nose breath while you're kissing, and it makes you literally like your eyes like roll in the back of your head, and you just like want to like drink them in. It's like the smell of your own baby, the top of your baby's head. Like how you just like want to just keep, you can't breathe it in deep enough and long enough, and you just want to like completely drown in it. Yeah. Well, so Bryson, I don't have any enemies, but there are people who are like treat me like they are my enemy. You know, like people just like treat me like shit. They stalk me. They try to destroy my life. I still would not, on those people who like are trying actively to destroy my life, I would not wish upon those people the struggle of this constant smelling everything thing. And it's not even, oh, don't puke. Oh, I just burped up the taste of spaghetti. I drank water too fast. Anyways, yeah, I don't have enemies, but like I would, they act like they're my, I don't participate, but they are just, you know, at me. But like I don't just smell things, like I see visuals. Like it's not like, I don't know how to explain it, because it's literally all made up by my mind. It's completely in my own head. But I see like colors, shapes, like very intense imagery. And it's not coming from my eyeballs, but it is. It's like it's in my head. It's not like in my environment, but I don't know how to explain it. I really don't. But it's like when you see things in your mind, but it kind of is like overwhelming. It does kind of like take over my my senses. I don't know how to explain it. It's like so hard to articulate because it's not like I see my hand in front of my face and there it is. It's my scent pathways in my brain. I got a heat stroke. What happened is I got a heat stroke. And when I had a heat stroke, I overheated and like I got brain damage. I lost my sense of smell completely. And this was before COVID. This was in 2017, 2018. So it wasn't like I lost my sense of smell from COVID. I got a heat stroke and I completely lost my sense of smell for a year and a half. I started to get, the very first thing I ever smelled after when I got that back, when I start the first thing that I smelled in 2019. So from 2017 to 2019, I didn't have any sense of smell. And it was not all of 2017. It was like a year and a half. In 2019, the very first thing that I smelled was a lemon. It was the smell of lemon. It was a lemon. And first of all, I did not recognize the smell as lemon. It was as if I was 100% smelling lemon for the very first time in my life. It didn't smell like I remember lemon smelling. And when I smelled it, all of a sudden, this yellowy electric, like neon-y yellow green colored, it's like, you know those, in school you do like 3 lines and 3 lines and you connect it and it kind of looks like a crystallized S or whatever, the like S thing that everyone used to do in school. It was kind of like that in the way that it's shaped, but it's like a spear kind of, and it was jutting out of my left eye, this lime green spear, and I could feel, see, sense, and it only happened while the smell of lemon was still in my nose, and then it like went away. And then that was the first thing I smelled. And then, so I guess like what happened, the doctor says what happened is my scent in my brain had to rewire itself. My brain had to rewire itself. And the reason that it was able to rewire itself is because during this time, 2017 to 2019, I decided that I was going to go on a microdose protocol to cure my anxiety and depression. And because I was married and miserable and I didn't know what else to do, I was like so just miserable in my life. And it was because my husband and I were fighting all the time. I was a new mom. Like, just was a lot going on. And so I tried to figure out how I could change myself through myself. So anyways, I microdosed mushrooms. And like what we think happened is through taking the microdose, not like I didn't get high. Okay. I took so very little that it had zero perceptible effect. Sometimes I might have felt just a little like tingly in my skin, or maybe like tired. Oh, like that kind of tired where I just kind of like wanted to snuggle up a little. That was the only kind of perceptible sense that I got from it. So anyway, I microdosed mushrooms and I did a protocol. I did 2 to 5 IU, which is the dosage, of the mushrooms every other day for 30 days. And then I did 30 days off. And then I did every other day for 30 days. And I did that for 6 months. I did it every other day and I took 30 days off because I didn't want to develop a tolerance. I wanted to continue taking that very small, imperceptible amount. And so anyway, I did that for 6 months. And I would say about maybe like 3 months or 4 months after I was done with the protocol, first of all, my life was totally different because I found the courage to leave my husband. I started my dreadlock business here in Oregon, whereas I had been kind of like a traveling dread person up to that point. I bought a van. I moved into my van. I was like literally waking up every day in like these incredibly beautiful locations, and life was fucking just, I had changed my whole life, and it was just so good and so amazing. Anyway, my scent receptors or whatever in my brain rewired itself through my vision center, is what the doctor thinks. And because I was microdosing mushrooms, they think that it stimulated my I can't remember what it's called right now. I'm having a total brain fart, but you know, like your brain cells, like not synapses. I can't remember, but anyways, my brain basically rewired itself through my vision center so now whenever I smell things, I see things, and it's called synesthesia. And it's fucking overwhelming, extremely overwhelming sometimes. I will say that over the course now, it's been 8 years, I think. Yeah, like 8 years since all of that went down. Maybe 7 years, 8 years. Since that all went down, like it's a lot less intense and overwhelming to me, but it's still there. And it still causes issues, you know. It still makes me like basically, sometimes I get dizzy from all the like, you know, whatever, but mostly it's that things smell and it's intense and it makes me want to vomit. So all right, well anyways, I'm gonna go to bed. So I hope you guys had fun shit talking in the comments. I really hope that I was able to help one person. I know Honeybee, hopefully you get that spearmint and that will make me so happy. I love you guys, and I hope you have the best dreams ever, and I'll see you tomorrow. I love you, my love. Good night.